off.
Was it F Mob 17, 18? Not wait,
19.
Was it 19? Okay,
Yeah.
it's 19. Also, T Mob, because it took me a billion fucking years to get over the bridge.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's about
10 minutes.
Yeah, it's like 30 minutes from crib.
It took me a while to get here today. I don't know why the fuck everyone's out on the roads, dude. Like, we're in a
TMFC.
lockdown.
I think
Motherfuckers.
they just lifted it, didn't they?
I don't know.
I thought it was yesterday that they were like.
I don't know, but everyone's out on the fucking roads, dude, and it's like what, 2 p.m. right now.
Yeah,
It's fucking stupid. I hate it. It was dumb. It took me forever to get here, man.
You go back to no traffic.
Yeah, I want everyone fucking home again so I could just, if I need to get somewhere, I'm like,
Yeah,
fly down the road.
yeah, right. It was nice for a while, right?
It was beautiful, dude.
no one was out. Fucking, you own the streets.
Yeah, you could just fly.
Yeah.
Now I don't even know who owns the streets anymore.
Yeah.
It's kind of tough to fucking say.
Yeah, it's real like murky.
Like, are we taking matters into our own hands? Is that what's happening?
How I felt was like, all right.
I think things are like settled down though, a little bit now.
Yeah.
Ish. Like, as best as they can.
I feel like Mayor County, after they took down the Rizzo statue, like, he declared victory from that. He was just like, it's down, fucking, now the war's over. Like, dude. Like, it took you 4 years to take a statue down, asshole.
Congratulations. You did
Yeah.
it.
I wrote at him. I added him. I was like, hey, stupid fucking...
Not off of our fucking podcast.
Nah, the
Yeah,
personal.
it's-
I was like, hey, guy, go fucking, go make jobs now for people. You know what I mean?
Build another statue, dude. That'll take another, what?
Yeah.
100 workers?
Bring fucking, yeah. Like
Who like decides that a statue is made of somebody? Like,
I don't know. Yeah, I always...
I want a statue made of me.
Me too.
What the fuck do I
Yeah.
need to do in order to get a statue made of me? Like,
You
do I
could-
need to go conquer half of Europe? Like,
You get the statue. I mean, you just have the statue made. It's a
half of the Middle East, like
Yeah.
Alexander the Great type shit.
Yeah, it's a trick of like, it's a trick of like where to how to get people to plan it down for. I think you gotta like buy a town, right?
Yeah, just name it after yourself. Like,
Yeah, just like
Philadelphia.
yeah, Philadelphia. I want to do that sometime, dude. I want to get mad money together and just take a small town and be like, hey guys, I'll give you free like internet for the rest of your lives and electricity. The only concession is I kind of own this town a little bit. I'm gonna rename it, and
Donville. This is.
you're gonna see me outside doing TikTok videos all day.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like
You're not getting a statue built after that.
I see. Here's the
No
thing.
way.
Here's the thing. I can build a statue. I'll become the mayor, and I'll say, hey, let's just put this statue here, and who's gonna
See
stop?
how many objections there are?
Yeah, just say, hey. If
Wouldn't you have to take a vote though, like as a consensus type of thing?
I think it's a city council thing. I think like every.
But you own everybody, so you're just like corrupt technically.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
like,
I'm all-
You're like a low scale of corruption where you're like
Yeah.
making them do what you want, but it's not bad things.
Yeah.
Corruption.
Corruption's
Just like I
yeah.
want peace.
Exactly.
Like,
Corruption's
I want
fine.
bread in every single corner. Like
Yeah, corruption's actually fine at the low level like that, where you're just like, all right, I'm not hurting anybody. If you're corrupt with
corrupt for
everybody,
the good cause.
yeah, if you're paying off everybody in town, it's not corruption. It's charity.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, it's just benevolence. You're just saying, hey guys, it's only corruption when it's like, you're giving out fucking, no bid contracts to like your brother. You know what I mean? From like in his shell company or whatever. You know what I mean? That's corruption. That's nepotism and all that shit.
Fight corruption with corruption, man.
Yeah, if you hire every construction company to build shit for you, if you hire every statue maker and you have a bunch made, all the statue makers guilds is happy, so they're fine. They're fine. Like,
Guilds, dude.
they still have guilds.
I know. There's like the Screen Actors Guild.
Yeah,
That's
SAG.
like the only guild.
Yeah,
SAG.
SAG. Yeah,
Yeah, man. The SAG is.
yeah. I had to sign up to SAG today. Get my name.
Don't they give them out like the names and stuff? Like that's where actors get their names, right?
You gotta go register with them. Like if I went there, like there's a comedian Sean Donnelly.
No.
Okay, there's a comedian named Sean Donnelly. He spells his name differently, so I might be able to get away with it. But like, let's say your name was like Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
You couldn't be Brad Pitt. You had like Michael B. Jordan. he had to show up and be like, all right, put my middle initial in there.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
shit.
Like, yeah, if someone already has your name, there can't be two people like in
the
credits
same
with the
name.
yeah. Sort of like, all right, we gotta.
What if they like become in the same movie together? It's just like two Brad Pitts. It's like
Yeah,
Brad
yeah.
Pitt starring Brad Pitt
John just says
and Brad Pitt.
yeah. Poster says pit.
yeah,
Yeah.
fucking pits everywhere.
Yeah, the dirty pits.
Armpit.
Yeah.
That's the name of the movie.
Yeah.
That would be insane, man. Could you
Yeah.
imagine that?
What's that? Yeah, just same dudes.
Like if they, if every actor was the same fucking name, it's just Leonardo
yeah.
DiCaprio starring.
Eddie Murphy did that shit.
Also Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. What was it called? The Clumps by Eddie Murphy.
I don't know. He did everybody in that movie.
He played. Yeah, it was like I think it was Professor Clump from fucking. What's that fucking thing? Nah. I'm mixing up movies now. I'm thinking of Dr. Dolittle, right? Wasn't
Yeah.
that a fucking movie? And then there was a movie where there was one where like when they were at the dinner table, he played everybody. Like they took shots and like he put on a fat suit and he was like 8 different fat people at the table all at once.
No, I can't say I've seen that movie. I don't know what it was.
You seem to be getting Tropic Thunder, right?
Yeah.
Remember when the Portnoys, Jeff Portnoy,
Yeah.
Jeff Portnoy,
Yeah.
they were making
That was a commercial though.
yeah, they were making fun of that.
Yeah.
That was the original.
Well, there was Tom Hardy did a movie where what was it called? What the fuck, man? It was called something. I don't remember what it was, but he played. It was about the two gangsters in London.
Okay.
Fuck, man, I'm blanking on the name of the movie. It was a good movie actually.
Gangsta, no.
I think I was like, oh, fuck, dude, I don't even know. But anyways, he played both the brothers because they were twins in real life. He played both of them the whole fucking movie. It was pretty fucking hilarious because there's like parts where they're like fighting each other.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does he grip himself up at some
it's like
point?
going to town on each other. But they do a really good job of like
Yeah.
doing the cinematography of that like part because it's like they always like zoom in on the two different faces and the one has like glasses and the other one doesn't, so they're just like beating the shit out of each other. He's really not beating the shit out of somebody.
It's like
Pretty
the
good.
yeah, it's like the fuck. You see the one guy's back and the other guy's face. Like they did that shot.
Yep.
That's how they did that famous scene in Heat where they had Pacino and De Niro sitting at the fucking sitting at the table together. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Don't think so, no.
Okay, so Heat came out in '96. Pacino was a cop and De Niro was a criminal. And midway through the movie, like, at this point in history, they were like, "Oh, we finally got the two best fucking actors on the planet in the same movie, right?"
Yeah.
They shoot this scene where they have this. You would expect it to be like this fucking these two dudes sitting down. They're against each other. They're fucking, you know what I mean? They're grilling each other.
Yeah.
And it's just a normal ass conversation, and everyone fucking loves it.
Right.
But they did a lot of that shit where I'm like, it's not even them in the same scene. It's you're shooting behind the stand-in's head, and you're looking at De Niro, and then vice versa. You're going back. You know what I mean? Like there's very few like them actually in it. You know what I mean?
That movie's called Legend, by the way. I looked it up.
Legend.
Yeah.
Wait. The fuck?
It's
Okay,
it's
I got you.
Legend.
I
Yeah,
got
it's
you.
like so he basically there's two like gangsters, the Cray brothers or whatever, the Crays.
Oh, the Cray. Yeah.
That's who he plays. He plays both of them in the same movie.
That
It's
shit's
fucking great, dude. It's a really good movie though.
fun.
You should watch it if you ever get a chance.
Legend. All right, I'll keep it.
Dude, he's gonna be the new Al Capone, I think. The new movie.
Oh,
that they're doing
yeah.
about him. He's gonna be Al Capone.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I think that's supposed to be coming out. Fuck knows when at this point.
Yeah.
I don't think movies, shit that's supposed to be coming out is ever coming out at this point. I don't
Yeah.
know. It feels like the end of the world, man.
It really does that, dude. Like what the?
It's just like every fucking week you wake up, dude, and it's like there's never been a better time to do a podcast, by the way, because it's like before, right? Like if we did this maybe like a year ago, I think maybe we probably would have interesting topics, but now it's just like every week something fucking happens, dude. There's something that just goes the fuck down and just completely there's just always a conversation at this point. Like it's nuts, dude.
Yeah, it's always some new shit. There's always okay. Well, now we're doing this.
Out
Now,
of this world, man.
now we're quarantining this way. Yeah, it's fucked up. Yeah, you know what's funny was last week at some point, I was sitting around and like the other podcast, I was like we were talking about ideas and going back and forth, and we had a soft date to shoot it, And I was like, shit, I hope by the time we do this, I got enough material. And literally that night, they started burning down AutoZone
Yeah.
in fucking Minneapolis. And then I was kind of like, oh,
Why
shit.
AutoZone?
Huh? Yeah.
AutoZone, though?
I know. Like, what, they didn't pay their fucking...
Someone's oil change didn't go through? Or...
Yeah, like, they're
Man,
not
that's crazy.
fucking with the people. Yeah.
That's so weird, though, because it's like only, like, certain stores are getting hit.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, I guess it's shit worthy of looting. That's probably what it is.
Well...
People are hitting food stores, too. Like, that's kind of fucked up. I don't like that. That's the only thing I'm, like, a little iffy on.
Yeah.
Like, Best Buys, go ahead, man. Have your iPad. Like, take it. You can have it. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
Nobody needs it, right? Like, it's not
Yeah.
a necessary thing.
Yeah.
It's not needed to
Mhm.
anybody. It's a luxury. But it's
Yeah.
like, okay, cool. You can go ahead, hit it. I'm sure they won't be missing it as a company.
Yeah, a dude that
But,
needs
like-
fucking Ethernet cable at 11 in the morning is pissed off.
Yeah, but like
But,
a
yeah.
food store, bro. Like, come
Yeah,
on,
food's...
man.
Yeah, they're like, come on, dude, fucking, like...
That's a necessity for everybody. Like, it's an everybody thing.
Yeah, like, what do I gotta pull up to a burnt-up fucking building to get my... You know what I mean?
At
Like,
least you'll have
my-
cooked chicken at that point, already.
Yeah, right.
It's fucking. If that shit was set on fire, do you think the meat and everything is cooked in there?
I think there's a lot of manager specials just out on the fucking porch the next day, like,
Yep.
just come get it. Fucking...
Christ, man.
We don't even work here anymore, huh?
Yeah. Do we even have a job?
With that AutoZone, they think that it was a cop that did it.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I think
Yeah.
like this whole rioting thing, like, because there's peaceful protesters out there, right? Which,
Yeah.
you know, full support for them. But it's like there's people out there also rioting, which, I mean, I guess you have to provoke something, but it's like, I don't know, like, it's not the same fucking group. Like, it is and it isn't. You know, it's
Yeah.
just, it's weird because there's videos out there of people peacefully protesting, right? Just walking along the street, and some dude in a fucking mask will just run up and be like, yo, fucking destroy this city, like,
Yeah.
woohoo! And then, like, them just being like, yo, chill the fuck out, dog, like, and grabbing him and
Yeah.
fucking throwing him to the cops, like, yo, this guy's not with us, you know?
I've seen it. I seen a
So
dude...
it's like,
I seen a dude with a skateboard trying to break a fucking window.
Yeah.
And a bunch of protesters, like, just ripped the dude off the
Yeah.
floor. Like, yo, get the fuck out of here.
yep.
Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you're
it's
fucking
just
it up
so
for us.
weird. And, like, I've never been, I don't know, dude, like, it literally, as of 2 days ago, I all of a sudden became a fucking conspiracy theorist again, dude. Like, I've been, like, pretty rational about that shit, right? Like, we've already been over this. I don't
Yeah.
really believe in that stuff. But, man, like, lately, it's so fucking strange, dude. I don't know.
I
Like,
feel like a lot of it is... It's hard to tell between... You know, you have, like, these agent provocateurs, right? Like, these people who are, like, cops, and they're masking up, and then they're breaking shit.
Yeah.
Just so that later they can come
But
back
the
and
thing
say...
is, like,
yeah.
what I'm getting at is it's not
Yeah.
just them. It's not
Yeah.
just, like, Steven fucking deciding to end the fucking world, right? Start a racial war or something. Like, it's not just... It's definitely... It can't be one guy. Like,
Yeah.
it's multiple people. Somebody's fucking telling these people what to do. Like, who's doing that?
Well, I think we
Is
have
it some big mastermind? Like,
I-
that's what I'm like... That's my fucking conspiracy theory.
I think every town has like a group of pieces of shit, right? That are just like, they're just like, cool, man, fucking, we can get away with this shit now. Like dudes who really, you know, just vandals, criminals. I mean, people just of that kind of ilk. And then under the guise of, there's opportunists, right, in every city. And then
I don't know, dude, but did you see the fucking bricks? Like, the bricks?
Yeah, the bricks are shady as fuck. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's not just a regular ass fucking Joe doing that shit. Like, that's organized as fuck, bro.
let me just, for the benefit of the viewer, there's these big pallets and
I'm
stacks.
sure everyone's heard about this by now. Like,
Yeah, you never know.
it's in like rioting areas, and,
Yeah.
and it's like clearly in front of fucking stores, like almost
Yeah.
like, okay, pick me up and throw me at a fucking
Yeah.
window, like
They're called pre-staged bricks. They these pallets of bricks just get dropped off. No one really seen it. No one really. I haven't seen footage of it happening. But yeah, all of a sudden they're like, oh cool, here's these
popping up in cities. Like,
here's these conveniently placed bricks by the government. They're like, yeah, sure, go fucking go break windows. And then cool, now we got a reason to fucking run up, arrest you, shut the protest down.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just so strange, dude. I like.
Yeah, it's like Reichstag fire tactics, right?
Yeah.
You know about in the 1930s. Yeah, it's like cool, we'll fucking do it, or we'll
Yeah,
do
take
it.
over.
Yeah, and then okay, now we have justification to fucking.
But I mean, like, what
Yeah.
could, like, let's say if it is the government doing that, right, and then
Yeah.
they instill fucking martial law.
Yeah,
Like, what then? What is, like, that doesn't get them anywhere. It's literally the middle of fucking the elections, bro. Like, people just voted their
Yeah.
first rounds. Like, come on, dude. You can't, like, that's not going to do anything for you, you know?
Yeah, I mean, one would think
So, I don't know.
one would hope that the way to get around this is by just keeping the peace and coming up with like there's two schools of thought, right? I think, hey, we keep the peace, you know what I mean? We keep the pressure on the city, and then, you know, all these cities in general. Then eventually Congress comes up with some kind of bill or solution. You know what I mean? Like someone, whether it's state, local, federal, there's you know what I mean? There's a solution to all this shit, right?
Yeah.
So it's either that, or some people are worried, hey man, they keep fucking, the more you keep acting up and this and that, the more the cops are going to have justification to come around. And yes, they're setting curfews for the fucking city now. It's just like, yo, are you kidding me?
I mean, that's just, that's like funky as fuck. Like, you can't do that, man. Like, you can't just be like, stay the fuck home.
Yeah.
For what? Because people are rioting. Like, that's fucking outrageous, man.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you setting is it for the COVID? Is it for the fucking protests?
It's for the protests.
Yeah.
Because, like, we haven't had a curfew before this, though.
Yeah.
It was literally, like, 3 days ago when they started this. They were like, okay, everybody stay the fuck home past 8. Or 6. It was 6 the other day.
Yeah.
And then it was, like, after 8 now.
Well, I think with the COVID, they had a thing, too, where it was just like, all right, essential people come out only.
No.
And people...
They never had a timeline. No, there was never, like, a time where it was like, okay, you can't come out past this time.
Philly didn't have that?
No.
Oh,
never.
shit.
That's what I'm saying. It's just fucking weird.
Yeah, well, I think with Philly they had guidelines like, yo, you can't be standing around.
Well, I mean, you're not going to go anywhere. Like, the fuck are you going to go? Everything's closed because you know that whole COVID thing.
Yeah, they were shutting.
That was kind of self-explanatory, but you could still go outside.
Yeah, stores are shutting down by 8. I know that.
I mean, granted, you could probably still go outside after curfew. Like, what the fuck is going to happen? No.
Yeah, I don't think cops are breaking people's balls too hard.
I mean, I'm sure people aren't rioting at fucking 6 a.m. Like,
yeah, as long as people were minding their business, I think no one was really.
Yeah,
they weren't really breaking balls about the COVID curfews.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, honestly, like I said before, with this whole riot shit, man, go to town on these stores, but like, don't hit the fucking grocery stores.
Essential
like
shit.
The essential shit, like, leave that alone. Like, there's no reason for you to. Yeah, dude, like, there's fucking videos of like owners standing outside their fucking stores, like, yo, bro, like, chill the fuck out, like, don't break my shit. Like, that's fucking sad, man. Like, that, I don't know, like, they didn't fucking do anything to you, you know, they don't deserve that kind of shit.
Yeah, like, I feel like if that's me, like, if let's say I just own a store, like,
it's as if, like, imagine your house is our studio, right? We're just out here fucking just doing entertaining people or having conversations, like, with reasonable thoughts and shit, and somebody comes, knocks on our doors, like, yo, I'm here to bomb your fucking establishment, motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's like, but what did we do to you? Like, for what? You know what I mean? That's a reasonable fucking response.
Yeah. Like, I get the big stores, like you said, the Best Buys, Target, Walmart's, you know, kind of essential. It's just like, all right, don't hit innocent ass people. Like, on some level, big business is complicit with this. Yeah. Because they're the people that pay off senators and buy them off and all this shit and get laws passed. So on some level, disrupting big business that will trigger like calls to senators, like, hey, we need to shut this shit down, get it done, either whatever you got to do. It's interrupting business. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but I also feel like in a bad way that provokes like a bad response from them. Because, like, okay, let's say like Target, right? Let's say they have major pull with the fucking senators that you were discussing here. It's like, okay, 50 of my stores in Philadelphia got fucking blown up. Everything lost. Mm-hmm. Like, damn near the whole entire store needs to be fucking remodeled, right? And it's just like, you think they're going to be like, oh, well, maybe we should really fucking, you know, peacefully do something about it. Like, they're going to be mad as shit. The CEO of Target probably ain't happy, you know? Like, that's just, I don't know. It's just, it's strange, man.
Yeah, it creates ill will. It'd be great if, you know, this kind of it'd be great if change could happen without this kind of shit.
Peace, yeah.
I was thinking, dude, 5-10 years ago, if this show happened and I saw it, where I was at with my opinions then, I'd be like, guys, don't fucking tear down the neighborhood and all this shit. Where I'm at now, I'm like, a little
burn the bitch.
A little bit of destruction is absolutely necessary. Although, in the Minneapolis, right, I wish they just burned down the fucking police station. Right? How they did. It would have sent a better message if just the police station got burnt down.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, like, all right, dude, when you got an Arby's. You know what I mean? You got Wendy's. First off, let's make fun of the stores they burnt down, like a Lamps Plus and shit. Like, dude, it sends a real message, like, the police station's burnt the fuck down. That's it's the biggest piece of public property that you could have burnt down to send this message.
Yeah.
Based off of who worked
But
there.
you
and all
can't burn
shit.
that down, though, dude. That would be the worst thing you could do, I think.
What's that?
If they burnt the police station down, that city would be fucking under martial law right now.
Well, that's what they did in Minneapolis.
Is it currently?
They
Really?
yeah, with the night they did the AutoZone shit, the next night they got the police
military.
station. Yeah.
Oh, did they actually get the police
Yeah,
station?
yeah. The
Oh,
night
shit.
they were trying for it that night when they burned everything else down, but the cops were out there doing their thing.
See, I'm trying not to watch fucking more news on because I'm like, I occasionally
yeah.
get so depressing, dude. It's just,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's like, it's bad enough that we're in the middle of a fucking pandemic. Now it's like the whole entire world is on fire, basically.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I tuned in for like 2 nights for the Minneapolis thing. I don't know what happened since, dude. It could be nothing but caves there. It could be the Stone Age for all I know. Like,
Shit, dude. I mean, it could be.
yeah.
Fuck. But they did actually hit the police station?
The night after they got Target and the AutoZone and shit, I was just chilling that night. I was like, damn, that's kind of a shame. Like, I wish, that night, when it first happened, I was like, man, I wish they'd get fucking City Hall or something. You know what I mean? Some kind of deal.
Shit, man.
The next night, 3rd precinct burnt the fuck down.
Jesus Christ.
I guess that cop that started all this shit, I think he worked there. So they were like, fuck that, burn
Well,
that.
they
shit
arrested the dudes, right? Like all the cops now?
Yeah, they arrested Homie. They recently arrested the other 3 dudes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
On some level, I feel like they gotta
I
make
don't know,
it.
dude. All those fuckers should burn. Like, they should
Yeah.
all hang them. They should just hang all of them or shoot them on sight, bro. Like, the fucking cops, man. That's, I don't know. What they did, though, is, like,
Yeah.
fucking inhuman as shit. Like,
Yeah,
you know? Like, that's fucked. That's really fucked, man.
yeah. The next shit is just like, all right, dude. I think it's even worse that 3 cops stood around like that was fun.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, who the fuck? Like, but, like, that, there's dude is literally killing them right in front of these guys, and they
Yeah.
don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
There's not a single fucking train of thought of, like, oh shit, somebody is dying. Somebody's taking a life in front of me. Like, that's
Yeah.
fucking out of my, like, I can, if that was me in that situation, I'd be like, get the fuck off this dude, right? Like,
Yeah.
any rational fucking human being would react that way.
Yeah.
But these fucking dickheads just stood around. Like, who, like, what, how many times did you do that? That's just, you're just doing that. Like, you know what I mean? That's so, I don't know, dude. It's,
I think when you're a cop,
can't even fucking think on that, man. It's,
I think when you're a cop, you assume your fellow police officers are like they're all on the level. Like, okay, he's got his knee on his neck, but he's got him, like he's taking care of him and shit. So I think there's on some level there's like okay, well I'm not gonna. That's a cop. I'm not gonna like a cops. They have a thing you can't really question other cops if you're a cop. You know what I'm saying?
You can't fucking put your leg on somebody's
Yeah, yeah.
neck like that,
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
Like, in
yeah.
no case is that okay. Like,
Yeah.
even, like, maybe for a minute, okay? Like, I could possibly understand that, sure, but pick your leg off,
Yeah, like
right?
if he's struggling,
Like, yeah,
yeah,
if he's resisting and you're like, Joe, chill the fuck out, I'm gonna put my neck, like, leg on your neck to calm you the fuck down for a minute.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna choke you out, just relax. Like, calm down, and I'll fucking get you to the police station. We'll figure this out there. Whatever, right? Like, there's that thought. But this dickhead literally sat there just like as if he was fucking just chilling. Like,
Yeah.
as if this dude's fucking neck was just giving him a patting for fucking, he wanted to kneel on the ground. Like, that's just,
Yeah,
you
it
know
was
what I mean?
horrific. Dude,
It's
like,
fucking outrageous, dude.
Like every human breathes. We breathe every 2nd of the day, and it's like there's no way. You know, look, in my youth, I've been in kind of, you know what I mean? I've been in little situations with authorities and shit. And, yeah, when they throw a hold down on you or something like that, they don't fucking let up.
Yeah.
Like, because you can.
But that's what I mean. Like, put your
like-
leg on his fucking back, on his legs, on his arm or something. But the neck, dude?
Yeah.
Like, you don't restrain anybody by the neck, ever.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going for the neck, you're trying to choke somebody out or trying to fucking put them out.
You're looking
Like,
for a tap, yeah.
Like, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you can't fucking do that. Like, in no world is that okay.
Yeah.
Like, that's combat sports. You should do that there. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, like you're in
But let go when the dude fucking taps you, right? Like, that's a thing.
Yeah. Like, yeah, the second guy's like, I can't,
You
like.
can't even tap him.
Yeah, it's like.
It's fucking handcuffed.
Yeah, I'm just like, if I'm a cop, right? I got the dude in cuffs. That's enough.
Dude, what
him-
else is he gonna do? Like, he's fucking
I'll-
restrained.
I'll get off him and say, hey, stay right there and get up, because I'm like, what's he gonna stand up and run like Naruto with his arm? Nah, like I'm gonna get you. Don't worry. Like I'm not that concerned. Like, yeah, these dudes are just so fucking like.
But it was like they were perfectly fucking fine with it, though.
It seems like they knew each other, the cop and the dude and George Floyd. And
Who was recording it? Like, was it one of the cops recording it? It wasn't one of the
I
cops,
think that
right?
was from the angle looked like from like the sidewalk across the street. There was one on the sidewalk on their side.
See, I couldn't watch the video. I can't, like, I physically can't watch it. So I've seen, like, pieces of it because, like, there's screenshots and all that shit. I can't watch it. Like, I just can't put myself.
Yeah, I didn't see the whole thing either. I just buy the idea of, like, I seen the dude put his hand in his pocket and just kind of chilling. I was like, that's it for me. I just buy the idea, like, he sat there for almost 9 minutes and just said, "Why your fucking neck?" Like, ugh, dude.
That's fucking terrible, dude. Because, like,
it is fucking terrible.
Dude's literally just choking. He can't fucking breathe. He's dying. Like,
it really
every minute. That's what I mean. Like, those motherfuckers that just stood around were literally watching this dude kill a fucking person in front of them.
Yeah.
Like, it was a fucking movie. Like, they just didn't give a shit. Like, that's fucking out of this world. Like, that's not fucking humanity, dude.
I think it's really going to come down to the point, like, after, like, the upside to this is after this, for a long time, it's going to be fucking, like, you know what I mean? Like, cops are going to be looking at other cops. Don't do that shit. Don't fuck around.
I don't know, man. They really need to rethink their fucking thing because it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I kind of support both, like, ways, right? Where it's like, not all cops are bad, right? It's because it's like, it's a person by person, you know, basis.
Yeah.
In case. Mm-hmm. So, like, but it's just, I think the process for, you know, getting a cop hired is just probably so simple. Like, you should do a lot more. And it's either that or there's just some sort of leniency where they're like, okay, well, we watched you punch this dude a little too hard. Like, don't do it next time. Yeah. There's like a slap on the wrist type of thing. Like, people need to be held fucking more accountable, or they need to hire more rational people. Like, or there needs to be some sort of process where they're like, okay, I've exhausted every single possible opportunity. Now I'm going to fucking shoot you. Yeah. Not just, oh, you're reaching for something in your pocket, I'm going to shoot you. Because that's what they do. There's literally, bro, there was a shooting this fucking morning, right? Today is the 5th, right? This morning in fucking LA or San Francisco or something, some fucking Spanish guy got shot.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
By a cop?
Yeah.
Shit.
Fucking dude's dead. Jeez. Shot, right? Literally, he had a... Okay, and here's the thing. I'm not even picking a side on this because both fucking cases are stupid. So... Dude literally, like, he was breaking into a Walgreens or something like that, or a Walmart or something like that, right?
Okay.
Dude kneels to surrender because the cop's like, yo, put your shit the fuck down. He goes to reach for something in his pocket.
Yeah.
Cop shoots him. Now, you find out later that he had a fucking hammer in his pocket. Like, why the fuck do you have a hammer, first of all, and you're reaching for it in that situation?
Yeah.
The cop shouldn't have shot him, obviously, because what the fuck's he gonna do, throw the hammer at him? Like, whoa. Yeah. Fucking, that's gonna kill you. That puts you at fucking risk. I'm sorry you can't handle a fucking bruise, you fat fuck. Right? Yeah. But, like, on the other hand, it's like, you know, why the fuck are you carrying a hammer?
I feel like that is just...
But I bet you that's gonna be into something, too. Like, that's gonna fucking fuel this even more.
I feel like in the beginning it was implied that, like, hey, when you become a cop, you're putting your life on the line. Like, you're rolling those dice. It ain't about, like, hey, I'm just a dude out here that's gonna fucking... blow shit. I'm gonna pull right up onto the fucking scene and start
fucking Paul Blarts everywhere. Like,
like I'm gonna just show up and let off. Like, man, I'm gonna, like, if I look, Don the cop, right? Like, if I was a cop,
you know what they should do, man? Yeah. Honestly, like, the more I think about this. So, did you watch Watchmen on HBO?
I read Watchmen recently.
Okay, like, you read the story, right?
I know the story. Yeah.
Okay, but so there's a show on HBO called Watchmen. It takes place after Watchmen. In the comics, yeah.
Okay.
It takes place in modern day, basically.
Gotcha.
So in there, they have this thing where cops are all anonymous, right, for like the protection of them and their families.
Gotcha.
That's the thing. So they all wear masks, right? And then the other cool thing that they have is their guns. So there's like still superheroes and stuff like that, kind of. Mm-hmm. They're mostly working for the cops, though.
Yeah.
So they can basically do whatever they want because they have like a higher privilege, I guess, or like they're like higher clearance, if you will.
Okay.
But any regular like cop on the street, so they're wearing the uniform, but then they also have this orange bandana, right? Mm-hmm. So they hide their identities.
Yeah.
And they don't have guns on their hips; they have guns in their cars.
Okay.
And what happens is if they... And that was actually like one of the big topics in the movie, or I'm sorry, in the show. But basically, so the idea is like, okay, I encounter a fucking criminal, right?
Yeah.
I don't have a gun on me, so I can't shoot him right away. Mm. Now, I go back to my car. The gun is like holstered in the fucking like little compartment in the car.
Yeah.
You grab it, it's locked, right? So you call in the fucking station. You go, hey, this is the situation. Can you unlock my firearm?
Yeah.
They go, okay, that's reasonable enough. Unlock the firearm. Now you got your gun.
Interesting.
Something like that. That could work. But at the same time, it's kind of like, you know, if that person's life is truly in danger, then it's like, I mean, you're kind of... You're just
Yeah.
letting the person die, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's
In
both
Japan,
ways.
in Japan, they have a similar thing. People like they. I don't think you call the gun unlocked, but the gun is like tied to the car, like just the way you said with the holster and all that
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, they can't just walk around with a gun on their hip like that.
I mean,
Fucking
yeah,
shit.
like the calling it in thing is kind of a little too much. But
Yeah.
maybe like they're like it can't just be freely like, okay, yeah, I could just shoot whenever the fuck I want, you know?
Yeah, it's really like I feel like as a cop, like why even
Shoot them in the leg.
Why-
Like
yeah.
train them to shoot people in the leg.
Yeah,
You know?
Biden actually said that the other day. He said they should just cap him in the leg, and I'm like,
For
yeah,
real, like I don't
Yeah.
even listen to this man, but like that's
Yeah.
shoot him in the arm, shoot him in the leg, shoot him in the non-vital organ. Like
That's it.
don't fucking aim at the chest. And also, it's not like they shoot once.
yeah.
It's not like they shoot you once and that's it. Like first of all, dude, have you ever been shot? I haven't, but I
haven't
heard
been
it
shot.
sucks dick.
Yeah.
Right? I can't imagine it being fucking pleasant. I've been shot with a salt pellet before. That shit hurts like fuck.
Oof.
Right?
Yeah.
But that's basically like getting shot.
Bullets are hot too. Like, when
But
they're
like
in you.
it fucking literally cuts
Yeah.
you open.
Yeah.
Shoots you in an organ. Like that, I'm sure that's enough to put a motherfucker down. Like that's enough. That's a warning shot, if you will, right? Like okay, I pop you in the fucking spleen or something. Like
Yeah.
that's it. That's all you got. Like rush the
Yeah.
dude. He's probably gonna fall down. He's not gonna stand up and pull his gun out and fucking start popping you.
Yeah.
Like.
You know what's bonkers?
But how do
is,
they
like,
just train them to just go bop, 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 empty the clip? They literally train these cunts to empty the clip, bro.
Yeah.
They shot the dude that we were just talking about. He shot him 5 times, bro.
Yeah.
On his knees, 5 times for what?
Yeah.
What, you think he's gonna get up and fucking run at you, or get up and fucking shoot you? Like,
Yeah. The on the knee
Come
shit's
on,
wild. There was that one video a couple years ago. The dude in the fucking hotel room. He was on his knees. And he was complying, and he's like, "Yo, please don't get." And the cop shot him anyway. Like
Yeah.
he was playing this fucking like Simon Says game with him, and then the cop. There was no provocation. Cop was just like, "I'm gonna shoot." My thing is, shoot him with a taser gun. Shoot him with mace. Shoot him with a gun with rubber bullets.
yeah. Well,
Dude.
they started doing that now apparently for the riots and shit. The fucking
Yeah, they bring that out,
Rubber
but
bullets.
like cops in general should have like these effective like set your phaser to stun, dude. Like don't like why is it gotta have
Yeah.
lethal stopping power? Like you're right. Like cops should have guns in their trunk where it's just like, all right, we have for 99.99% of situations, cool man. We'll beat you. We'll whoop your ass. We'll fucking. I mean, we have all these different moves we can throw down on you, but non-lethal shit. And then, hey, yeah, when the fucking bank's getting robbed, or you know what I mean, like there's a situation, cool. Let's pop the trunk. Let's get the fucking.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's go. What's that fucking? Let's go hot fuzz on your ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, dude, man, fucking. Yeah, they gotta
I don't know,
rethink
man.
that shit.
I'm telling you, that's the only way that anything's gonna change is if they rethink the fight. Like, because I mean, ultimately, like, what's gonna come out of this though? You know, like that's just the one thing I'm thinking about this whole time. I'm like, what the fuck could they possibly do to make
Yeah.
change? Like that's what has to happen. Like police need to fucking be held more accountable. They need to give them more. They need to force giving them more options. Like before they draw the fucking gun.
Yeah.
And shoot you. And again, 5 or fucking 6 times, like, or empty the fucking clip on them. Like, why are you doing that? Again,
Yeah.
one shot's enough, bro. Like, a person can survive a fucking bullet. Like, unless you clip them in the head or in their stomach or something, even then they could probably survive with the fucking. Like, people have been shot in the head, they lived.
Yeah.
But still, like,
In the military, like, a buddy of mine, he worked at a fucking checkpoint in Iraq, right?
those motherfuckers out there don't even shoot as much as these fucking cops.
Yeah.
Like, what?
There's a whole order of, like, force. Like, hey, you gotta, like, if a dude's
Yeah.
driving up and he ain't slowing down quick enough,
Yeah.
there's a whole, like, series of time where you're like, hold on. Then you're like, pull the gun out. Hey, hold on, motherfucker. And there's, like, all this shit you do before you fire.
Yeah.
You would think the military, you know what I mean, is like...
Yeah, you would fucking think, right?
You would think like Team America, like, fuck yeah, we got guns, like we're killing shit. They're like, nah, we're gonna hang the fuck.
Yeah,
on.
they're gonna try all
Yeah.
their fucking hardest not to shoot.
Yeah,
And then if shit goes down, as a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I might be completely wrong, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. But like, aren't most fucking altercations starting from the opposite side? Like when it comes to fucking time and like for example, like in Iraq and shit, like they
Yeah.
didn't fucking roll up and shoot. They rolled up, they took over, and then somebody shot at them, so they shot back. That's kind of like where most of those fucking altercations started, didn't they?
yeah, like I think
I mean,
yeah,
I want to imagine that that's what happened.
yeah, I think the other side.
Like, I don't think
generally-
America just pieced into fucking Iraq and was like, ha ha!
Yeah, Yeah, I think generally, yeah, it's like they got to get shot at, or so. There's got to be a reason.
Yeah.
Not, a guy tried to pass off a fucking counterfeit 20, and
Let's
now
go.
I'm gonna take my fucking day out on him.
Yeah.
You know what it is? It's the cop. Like, a cop's gonna fuck up every once in a while. The 3 cops around them are the guys that gotta, like, they gotta act as a check, you know?
Yeah.
Because, dude, I mean, it's gonna happen again.
But
at
it's
some
like
point,
in any
like-
right, but it's like in any crew though, you always have somebody that's fucking reasonable, bro.
Yeah.
Like you really do. You know what I mean? I like to think that that's me in most situations because usually I try to resolve things peacefully.
Yeah.
But it's like none of them fucking thought that was a thing. There was fucking 5 of them in total, right?
I think it was four total.
total. Like not a single person was like, "This isn't okay."
Yeah.
You know, like that's fucking out of this world, man.
It's that culture where no one wants to come off as soft, no one wants to, you know what I mean? Like, cops.
So the fuck what? What are they
Yeah.
gonna fucking pants you in the office? Like
No, yeah, I know. You know what? Like,
they need to stop hiring fucking fat pussies. Is what they need to do.
I don't think they start fat, but yeah. Fucking,
Well, I mean, at some point they become fucking
as soon
fat
as
pussies.
these dudes like,
So
as soon as these dudes' tops are bigger than their bottom,
listen,
you know
as
what I mean?
soon as
Like,
they fucking go into the office and there is a donut and the motherfucker grabs it, that's when you know you should retire. That's how you retire fucking cops, bro.
that's like the trap donut box. He lifts it up. There's a fucking
It's like you're fired,
there's
dickhead.
retirement paperwork under it.
That's it, bro. We fucking figured it out.
Yeah. It is, yeah. It's just that fucking thing where it's just like tough dudes are all like around each other. Fucking. After this shit went down and like some cops started like, you know what I mean, speaking out on social media and doing shit, there was shit where like dudes would get busted down to like desk duty or traffic. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
No,
I'm
but
so sorry. Like,
No, I'm saying that's the fucked up culture inside where it's like, okay, as soon as one dude's like, hey, we need to change, the entire force is like, all right, that's the real fucking retirement of
But
the
you can't fire that person, so like, whoop-de fucking who?
Yeah.
Okay, you're doing fucking desk duty. Like, as a cop,
Yeah.
don't you want to do desk duty?
I mean, yeah,
Isn't that the fucking goal? Like, to get the fuck off the street so you don't get shot or
Yeah.
have to shoot somebody? Because that would be my fucking goal.
I think when they
Like-
join, I think here's the thing. That's why you and me aren't cops because we're like,
Yeah.
I want to chill at the desk. They want to be outside. They want to patrol their neighborhoods. You know what I mean? They want to be like, I'm on the beat. Cool, man. I'm running shit. You know what I mean? I got my sleeves rolled up, my muscles out. I'm fucking doing shit. Like that's they want to go into it. You know what I mean? I think all
That's
cops.
the fucking problem, man.
I think most cops start off and they're like, "Hey, this is I'm doing good."
Yeah,
And
there must be something on like in the middle where they just like
Yeah.
completely change their fucking mindset.
every
Because they try to hire like brand new, fresh people all the time. Like you know,
Yeah.
they'd rather go for like a 18 to 20-year-old. You know, like okay,
Yeah.
we'll fucking train this man into a fucking monster. Brr.
Yeah, if they can grab a dude.
Fucking-
Look, if they can grab a dude right out of the military after he did his 4 years or whatever,
Yeah.
they do that shit too. It's
Yeah.
like, but yeah, I think now you in a lot of places you need a bachelor's degree to become a cop.
Nah.
Nah.
I literally, dude, like, so the last time I was fucking, when I was unemployed,
yeah,
I, like, considered doing it. I fucking signed up for the thing. Like, I applied,
Yeah.
but they take, like, fucking, what, I don't know, like 6-7 months to get back to you, like, for the process of the application.
okay,
So by the time they hit me back up, they were like, yeah, we, want you to come in for, like, a physical or whatever.
okay.
And then I was like, fuck that. I'm already working, like, suck a dick.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you're
That's
right.
what it is. Like, well, so the thing is, when I applied, this was like 4 or 5 years ago. I mean, this is a while ago. But when I applied, they were doing like an open enrollment type of thing where it was like, okay,
Yeah.
anybody can apply. Because before they used to have some sort of requirement. There was a checklist, but there was like a shortage in some of the classes and whatnot, and like people that they
Yeah.
were hiring. So like, because people didn't want to be cops at the time, like you know, people
Uh-huh.
still kind of weary about that.
Yeah.
So it's like. They were like, all right, well, we could just lower the requirement and we could get a little bit more applicants that way. So,
I gotcha.
yeah, that's what they did.
I think that might have been an idea a while ago, and it just never happened.
Yeah. No, I'm sure it's stayed. I don't
no,
see
I
why
mean
it
with the
wouldn't
bachelor.
stay.
The
Oh,
the
yeah.
degree
No,
and
well,
shit.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, before that,
Yeah.
it was like, you have to have some sort of requirement. Now it's like,
Yeah.
any fucking dumb shit could go. As long as you can fucking run a mile, like, you're good.
Yeah, no one's. Yeah, no one's.
But it's literally, dude, it's like, the tests are so fucking simple. It's like, you gotta do like 40 push-ups or some shit.
Okay.
You gotta lift like half your body weight or something like that, like 10 times or something. I don't even
Yeah.
remember. And then you gotta run like a relay. You gotta run like a half a mile, and then you gotta run like a marathon or something, and that's it.
Okay.
And then if you're fucking good, you're good.
I do like.
And then you gotta do like a background check, physical, or like psychological check,
Yeah,
all that
yeah.
good shit.
I do like watching.
But when they do the psychological test,
Yeah.
you're fucking sane.
Yeah.
You're fucking there. You're all there. You're not a
Yeah.
cop yet. Fucking do that shit like halfway through their career.
yeah, sure.
Fucking send their stupid ass right back in the office. Be like, hey, Joe, fucking take this, you idiot. You might be the next fucking school shooter. Like,
Yeah,
You know?
they should do it randomly, like have like places do drug tests. Have a random psych
for
test.
real. Yeah, it's like once you're a cop, you're just a cop. Like, no,
Yeah.
fucking put them through the same dumb shit we have to go through. I literally work for a telecom company. They do fucking surprise drug tests. The fuck? Explain that. Why can't you?
Like, yo, I sell internet, and they fucking
Yeah, like,
they're catching.
and they're like, oh, you fucking smoking? Huh? What
Yeah.
are you doing?
You smoking crack while you're talking to those fucking customers, asshole.
Shit, I may as well be sometimes.
Probably help you out. Be a little more enthused about the product.
Maybe. No.
Yeah,
That's good stuff.
but yeah, there's like a jaded. It's like you blame politicians for like they run on a platform and then they get in office and they don't do anything.
Yeah.
And you feel like
That's literally every
Yeah.
fucking candidate ever.
and you feel like and you feel like they know something, like they find something out when they get in. I feel like it's with the cops. The cops are like, I imagine a cop is this like, I'm gonna foot patrol around my neighborhood.
Yeah, it's the same thing as like any job that you get, right? Let's say you're going into a sales position and
Yeah.
the fucking trainer out there is like, man, you're gonna make so much bread, bro. You're
Yeah.
gonna be stacking, bro. You're gonna be swimming in fucking gold coins by the time
Yeah.
you're done here. Like
Yeah.
once you hit your year and shit, right?
Yeah.
They hype you up. They probably do the same fucking thing, and
Yeah.
then at some point, halfway through your career of that fucking job, you realize that it's all bullshit. So
Yeah.
you're like, fuck this. I
Yeah.
don't give a shit. That's probably what
yeah.
happens.
So dude, we'll get it's $50,000 a year to start. Then you get your OT.
Yep, and then they get their bonus and it's like
Yeah.
$1 and they're like, fuck.
Yeah, I just think they just realize the job is shit. Like they walk in fresh faced, and then they realize, oh, all these other dudes are shit bags.
Yeah.
But I gotta live with them, so I'm kind of you eventually become a shit bag, and then we just have this culture. I'm loving your fucking, not to change gears so hard. I love the fucking shirt.
Ah, thanks, dude.
Is that the fuck? I damn near thought that was the GT Gohan. It looked like
It's not, no.
his mouth looked like a
I
mustache
would never
for a second.
disrespect Dragon Ball like that, dude.
Yeah, remember how they put a mustache on Vegeta in
Yeah.
GT?
I always wondered if he went Super Saiyan, like he should have fucking had
Yeah,
hair
yeah.
change.
It just
dude.
fucking
That
turned
would've
into a
been
Fu
sick.
Manchu
Yeah.
down his
Yeah.
face like.
Yo, they like would shit on him throughout the whole series though. They're like, when are you gonna shave that, you fuck face?
Oh, yeah, they did
would
that.
shit on him, dude, the whole entire time.
That's fucking funny.
Until he became fucking baby Vegeta and then he shaved it.
Dude, that's fucking. That shirt's so dope.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I fucks with it.
Fuck, I love Dragon Ball, dude.
I know, dude. I can't wait for fucking another season, man.
Oh, they're gonna restart Super, ain't they?
Well, the manga's still running,
Oh,
so they're
fuck.
doing shit in the manga right now. They're just gonna have to animate it.
Nice.
Yeah,
I come
it's
on.
pretty crazy in the manga though. I'm like trying not to read it, but
Okay.
I keep seeing like little spoilers pop in and up
Yeah, it's
here
the-
and there. I'm like, fuck, man. But
What's the gist? What do you know so far? Like,
so there's this dude who's like a goat, and he's like another fucking godly motherfucker.
okay, not
I-
greatest of all time, like a goat.
No, he's like a goat.
Okay,
Like
gotcha.
you know how Beerus is a cat and
Yeah.
Champa's a cat.
I got you.
Fucking, yeah,
Champa.
I'm pretty sure he's a cat. He's just a fat cat, I think.
Yeah.
Fucking. You know he's like stronger than Beerus, I think, right?
Is he?
I think he is.
That's fucking.
Yeah, either that or I think he was stronger than him before he got fat. There's like lore behind it, dude. It's
Oh,
funny
yeah.
as shit.
Lord.
But,
Champa was strong before he fucking ate them donuts.
yeah. Oh man. Before he, yeah, but
Dragon Ball's in a weird place right now.
but no, I think it's good.
It's
Like,
cool.
Not bad.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
it-
bad at all, man.
It's just wild that they're just
Yeah.
like, oh, there's 12 universes, by the way.
Welcome to the multiverse, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're fighting this goat dude who's like apparently able to take people's powers away.
Okay.
And so what happened was, I think like one of the biggest like challenges about fighting him is that they can't transform. Like he took away Goku's and Vegeta's ability to transform.
Fuck.
So they're basically fighting this man in fucking just base form.
Yeah, there's a face check at him.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So I mean, I don't know. Like I said, that's all I've heard. I haven't looked into it more.
I got you.
But I'm excited. It sounds good. Like, because I'm tired of them constantly getting new forms, dude. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, Super Saiyan 3, 4, 5, fucking blue 2. Like, the fuck, man? Give them a Bluetooth. Like,
That is a. Here's the thing though. They've used that technique in stories before, where they're
Yeah.
like, Look at Legend of Dragoon when you pop the second disc in.
Yeah.
The red guy loses his fucking thing. You know, like, they always had that thing where, like, oh, it's a new challenge.
Yeah.
They gotta do some shit. Like, they gotta use their
I
brain.
mean, but Dragon Ball does a good job of it, though. Like, between Z and Super, like, the jump is pretty cool because it's unique, right? Like, it makes a change, I think. That's what's cool. Like, when I remember before I started watching Dragon Ball Super, I was like, man, this is dumb as fuck. Their hair's blue now. I'm like, not gonna lie, it looks dope as shit. Like, Super Saiyan Blue, I think, is probably the coolest looking thing. Like, it just looks sharp. It looks fucking cool. Like, you can tell the dude's, like, powered up as fuck because they got, like, that crazy aura around them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, this is super sick. But I'm like, this is just a gimmick. Like, they went from fucking black hair to yellow hair to now it's blue hair. Like, what's next? Fucking white hair? And I predicted the shit out of that, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's all, you're right. They're just like, cool, man, with new hair, fucking... We're going to claim he's some level above where he was.
Yep.
Yeah, the power scaling is real. Dragon Ball has wild power scaling.
It's out of this world, bro. Like, it's like, because they don't explicitly ever open up about it. Like even the Beerus fight, like, you get to a point where they're like, Beerus is like, oh man, he's evenly matched. And then after the fight, Beerus is like, I was only using like quarter of my strength. Like they do that dumb shit where they're like, they're standing there watching Goku become the ultimate fucking like beastliest possible dude, right? Where my man unlocks Ultra Instinct, who, by the way, let me remind you again, the gods can't even fucking access, right? That's the whole fucking point. And then Beerus, and then there's one scene where Beerus is standing there and he's like, ha, ain't shit. Like, like, come on, dude. First of all, you just spent the whole episode bugging out how this man got fucking Ultra Instinct and how you're jealous, and now you're like, ain't shit.
Yeah, they're always
explain that to me.
They're always fucking. They're always taking the football away at the last second. You know what I mean? They're always saying, "Oh shit, you're gonna." You know what I mean? Like, he's the man, and then like next episode they're like, "Nah, there's a dude 5 times."
It's like the same thing as like Naruto. Remember when they fucking brought back all the old Hokages? They're like, "Oh my god, the Hokages," and then they're like, "Nah, it's cool. They're just half strength. Like, they can't even use all their power. Like, it ain't even that bad. It's all good. You can just punch him once and blow his arm off. Like, they're just fucking origami."
Yeah,
they are just plastic.
Oh yeah.
Remember that shit?
Yeah, they're smart like that. Though they never show this like. They rarely ever in an anime showed like the toughest dude at full power fucking murking shit.
Yeah. And then they had Hashirama at the end though. That was kind of sick. Like my man went in when he was fighting Madara.
What the fuck what did he do again?
He like basically was almost like full power.
Okay.
Like he had the fucking little chest pop out or whatever. Remember that? Madara and all that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I vaguely recall it. I remember just I didn't watch it. I've read it.
I didn't watch it. I read it. Yeah.
I think I do have to watch it at some point.
I think I want to. I think honestly, I'd start at the Great War though. Because everything before that is just fucking bullshit.
No, it's the best. That's all.
Because once you get to that point, like none of it matters.
Yeah.
Like it's the journey, right? That fucking counts, I guess. But it's like, I don't know, man. It's just you don't need it.
Yeah, it was weird how they did that.
Like if you watch Naruto, you're fine, right? Like up to the point where him and Sasuke fight.
Yeah.
That first time, like where Sasuke pieces out, you're cut. You're done. Don't even watch the rest.
Yeah.
Just go into Shippuden.
Yeah.
And then,
skip
the
fillers.
Yeah. Like, if you're watching it, skip the fillers. If you're watching it fresh. But if you already watched it or read it, just start at the Great War.
Yeah, true. Just because it's like the CDN fight. Yeah, you're right. They, I didn't realize this, but about a year and some change ago, they made a spin-off to Bleach.
Did they?
They wrote a one-shot. It's called, what the fuck is it called? It's called No. It's called Burn the Witch. And, yeah, it's weird because what it is, I haven't even read the whole chapter yet. There's just one chapter out, right? But basically, from what I gather, is that in Bleach with the Soul Society, that's only, like, the eastern half of, like, heaven, right? In England,
like the shitty part.
Yeah. Like, so apparently.
Oh wait, so that's American heaven?
Yeah. So now.
Or Japanese heaven.
Yeah, basically, because they're all like, you just figure, you just become Japanese after you die, according to Bleach, right? What they did was now it takes place in England, and there's like a phone booth that this chick goes into, and now she's in reverse London, and there's what they call dragons that have been terrorizing people for centuries or whatever, and it's just a vague term for like a thing. And they don't use like Zanpakuto like swords or whatever. They develop magic and do all this other stuff. But it's supposed to be just this mirror side of it, yeah.
Right.
As if in the Shinigami,
Like a Western version of Soul Society.
Yeah, it's just like basically where you're from when you die, you end up in kind of a mirror image of that when they go to Soul Society, and it mirrors it. So the power's all, there's no katanas in England, right? So it's just like, spells, sort of like fucking what's his face, Harry Potter or some shit, right? So they dropped this fucking they dropped this one shot a couple years ago, and this summer they're gonna start serializing it in the manga. That or they're coming out with an anime. Now I don't know if they're coming out with an anime, but they're gonna continue it at least in manga form.
Yeah.
And next year they're dropping like the final arc of the Bleach story. They're dropping that shit in anime. They're animating it, which I'm so fucking excited for.
Didn't they already have it, or did they start? Was the last one when they fought Aizen?
Bleach, Bleach ends like this. Right? Yeah, Bleach, they fight Aizen, they beat him, right? Yeah. And then there's this, like, in the manga, there's this middle arc. It's, like, short, and it's about these people called the Fullbringers. Like, they live in the real world, and they're, like, humans, but they have certain powers, right?
It's the black shit, right? Like, the black weapons and whatnot, I think. Right? Or like gray or something like that?
Nah, they all just have weird little interesting powers. Like they're humans who before they were born they came into contact with hollows. So they have these strange just abilities even though they're human. They got nothing to do with other groups like Shinigami and Quincy's and shit. So the way the anime ends, Ichigo links up with them, and then like that part of the story ends and he has his power back by the end. There's one arc past that, like the serious, like it's building to this major. There's a war that's been building for like 1,000 years, like since Soul Society got started, and that is called the 1,000-Year Blood Arc War. And the Quincy's like they've always had beef with Shinigami, but the Quincy King he's kind of awoken from his slumber, and him and his whole crew, they show up. They're like, okay, we're gonna own that ass now. Like all the shit that like Aizen
and all. Just woke up from a bad nap. Like
there's like this lore that like he had to be asleep for like 900 years to get his like form back, and then 90 to get his shit, and 90. You know what I mean? Wow. And then there's like a legend that like once he wakes up in 9 days, he'll destroy everything or some shit.
What's up with the 9?
Yeah, because it was a 1,000-year thing, so they're like, he wanted to go 999, and then...
Wow.
Yeah, so all the dope shit in Bleach happens in this last arc. Half of the people die. Damn. People that you didn't think were gonna get powerful, got powerful. Like, Kenpachi, the dude with the fucking sword? Little chipped up, broken sword. He's like, you're supposed to be the strongest dude, but he's...
The one with the hat?
Nah, he's got like the hair that's in spikes, and he's got the little chick on his shoulder, and fucking he's the strongest physical fighter. He doesn't have any powers though. He just has a chipped up sword, and he's just like, and he always one hands it too, and he's like boom, and he blows those shit.
What the fuck?
What they do is to prepare him for because they show up, they kill a bunch of people, and they leave, and they steal powers too. They steal bankais off of them.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So to prepare Kenpachi for the fight, he's one of the 5 people that they consider like the great war powers. That they're like, all right, him, Ichigo, and like 3 other dudes. These are the big threats when we go over there, right?
They're like the generals, right? The boys.
Yeah, they're like, all right,
the dudes and Dynasty Warriors that you play.
Yeah, the little boos and shit.
The fucking peasants and fucking soldiers and shit.
Yeah, so they consider Kenpachi to be one of these fucking strong dudes. So
why?
Because he's just so powerful.
Like he's a bum though. You just said.
In his he's powerful in spite of the fact that he never unlocks powers. That he just uses physical strength to fight
so like
people.
He's strong enough to be on level with them, but like not anything past that.
He's there and above.
Like if they were to give him a superpower, he'd be a big motherfucker.
He's like Rock Lee. Yeah. But if Rock Lee was like feared, they're like he's fucking powerful and he ain't even training and shit. Yeah. Right. What they do is it's a huge fucking thing. They take the original. They reveal that the original there's like a healer chick in Bleach. They reveal that 1,000 years ago, she was the original Kenpachi like the strong leader of Squad 11. Like, it's always some bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
And they reveal, oh, it was her the whole fucking time. And she takes him down to this basement and fucking, like, they fight each other, right? And she keeps killing him over and over and reviving him. Like, from his perspective, he's just waking up like, why am I passing out during the fight? And in the end, he kills her, and that's how he unlocks his power. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
what's his power then?
His sword turns. You know how they have a sword release and it turns into a thing? That his thing gets released.
But what is it though? Because
it's just a big meat cleaver. Like, it's fucking wild. It's just like that. And it's like boom. Yeah, because because when he fights Ichigo, he just takes his eye patch off, and then because that thing kind of contains his spiritual pressure, and that's how he's able to really clash with him. In the big fight in the Aizen arc, the way he beats his opponent, this strong motherfucker, he just says, "Hey, I'm gonna hold my sword with 2 hands now." he tells the dude, he's like, he's like, what the fuck is it? He says, "Hey, swords get stronger when you hold them with both hands." And then Noitori's like, "Yeah, everyone knows that, asshole." And he's running at him, and he's like, "No, I don't think you do." And he fucking grabs it, and he cocks it back, and he goes, and the fucking landscape is destroyed by this shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's so fucking funny. So that's how they did him. Was then in the last arc, now he gets his shit released. Yeah, in the last few chapters, he releases a Bankai.
Oh shit.
And he's he turns red, and he just swings his sword, and the dude a couple football fields away from him just gets cut in half in the sky and everything.
What the fuck?
Anything that gets in the way of this thing's nuts. Yeah, it's so, dude. Everything in the last arc is that's why I'm hyped for that shit. I want to see that shit animated so hard.
Yeah,
Dudes die.
Cool. That'd be cool, I guess.
Yeah. When dudes die in a fucking anime, that's why I love it. Because I'm like, cool. Now we're really. When Neji died in Naruto, it was like, okay, the one dude died. Great, man. Fucking half.
Neji dies, you're like, no.
Yeah.
I want to know. There was a point where Neji was my favorite. I don't know. They're way towards the end. He's definitely not my favorite by any means. As a matter of fact, dude, honestly, I think overall Naruto becomes my favorite. Throughout the whole thing, once you see him get his final form, that is the most dopest, sickest fucking thing in the entire show. Yeah. When he finally masters, the Nine Tails.
He's glowing and shit.
He's fucking golden. He's literally just himself, but he's got these fucking dark spheres and spikes and fucking poles and shit.
Yeah.
He's a beast, dude.
Yeah.
And he's the fastest motherfucker. He's faster than fucking what's his face? Minato. He's faster than his dad, who's the fastest dickhead in all the land.
Yeah.
Right? He's faster than that. He's just a beast. He's just such a fucking beast, dude.
Yeah, he came off super OP towards the end, where I was like, God damn.
That's the power level, dude. He should have not lost to Sasuke, bro. The fact that Sasuke got a Rinnegan was just bullshit. That was it. That was it. That's all he got. That was basically his thing.
I do like how they ended it, though. I do like how...
No, it's cool. It should have ended that way.
Yeah, the way that fight went down, you read the last page and their fucking arms are off, and you're like,
because of that bitch ass clash, dude.
Yeah. That's kind of that was a little cathartic because you were like, all right.
I think that's the true ending though, because there's parts after that where Kakashi's the Hokage for a little bit, and then he fucking retires, and then Naruto becomes Hokage, and then that was it.
Yeah, I
didn't really care for that because it's okay, yeah, we get it. He became the Hokage. We knew he was gonna be a Hokage anyway. But that to me, the true ending is where they fought.
Yeah.
The same way that regular Naruto was over when they fought.
And
anything past that didn't matter.
Yeah, and the crazy, I think they animated that fight between those two. You know how it went down the manga? It was one chapter.
Yeah.
And they let you know that they fought.
Yeah.
But they didn't make a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
It wasn't a Naruto fight. It was just they
I think they punched each other or something.
Yeah.
And then they powered up their dude fucking Sasuke did the Chidori, fucking Naruto did the Rasengan, and then they both went and did that. They literally did the same thing. It was a tribute, I think, basically that original fight that they had when technically Naruto lost even though he didn't.
Yeah. Yeah,
My man just lost consciousness.
Yeah,
that was stupid.
Yeah, I feel like they respected the original fight by not making a redo of it and fucking adding new powers and making it.
That original fight was sick though. Dude.
It was sick.
Like when Naruto's like fucking like fuck this, I'm just gonna let my beast fucking like my nine tails out, bro.
Yeah,
I was like, yo, no way, and he's just standing on the water and shit, like bugging out, dude.
There was dope.
My god, man.
There was dope little moments on that joint where I was like, all right, man. My buddy had tried to get me to watch. I thought the first time I saw Naruto, I was like, "Dude, I can't fuck with this." Right?
It's good for its time. Like if you try to watch it now, I think it's a little funky. But
see, the thing is, it came out when I was already kind of like, I was already like 18ish, something like that, when it came on Cartoon Network. So when I saw it, I was like, "All right, man," you know. And then like early episodes, you know, it's like, "Okay, come on, what am I gonna do with this?" But then my buddy was like, "Watch this." And he showed me the like 4 episodes where they fought, and I was like, that's actually kind of dope. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, so like,
bro, but the fight scenes in Shippuden were fucking like top notch, bro. Like them shits were, dude. Those fight scenes were dope. They really were.
Sasuke versus fucking what's his face, Danzo.
Yeah. That was with the eyeballs and shit. Man, just that stowed away in his fucking cast. Like, that was insane.
Yeah, it was a dope. Like now I think about it, it's one of my favorite fights because it's like, dude's like, yo,
he had to kill him like all those times.
Yeah, he tells the boys, remember he got Fu and Torune. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna get my arm out. Why don't you watch for me? And then he had the fucking. He's like, boy, you wanna mix it up? And fucking.
Remind me again. He had fucking Shisui's eye in his actual eye, right? Like it was the anti-Itachi eyeball. Remember, like Itachi's boy that died.
Yeah.
Remember that?
What's his name again?
Shisui, I think.
Shisui, Shisui. Okay, yeah, you threw me off. I'm like,
because he had the fucking eye patch, right? Like he had the bandage covering his fucking eyeball the whole time.
Oh wait, he had a fucking he had a Sharingan under that.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure he did.
What a piece.
So he had the Sharingan under there. I'm pretty sure it was Shisui's because he had like a so he already unlocked the Mangekyou right at that point. And then he got the fucking like he had the power that was like it was like almost like Itachi or not Itachi's fucking Obito's, if you remember, where he could like transport you into that dimension.
Oh yeah.
He could like take you out of it or whatever. That was like he had the similar one, so that's why it was like kind of the same. I think it's been a while, but yeah. So and then he had the arm with like the 10 of them or whatever to fucking use the Izanami on.
Yeah,
remember that where he would just fucking sacrifice his eye.
Yeah, that was dope. Save his life. Dude, Danzo is like the Frank Rizzo at Leaf Village. Like he's like a cop, like a take no shit kind of cop leader type.
No, that was crazy to see him like go from just a frail fuck to just this like actually kind of really badass motherfucker.
Yeah, you thought
like,
he was
a sick fucking thing that he did.
Yeah, you thought he was just this beat dude. Yeah, you just thought he was a fucking like a Republican. Like that's how he kind of
got Bernie out there. Like
he just. Yeah, like he's just like this beat dude. It's like, fucking, we need to crack down on shit. Then all of a sudden, fucking, he's like, "What's up, play? I'm here for you." Like,
bro. God. But yeah, that I don't know. Like that was crazy though. Like my man literally killed like what he took. It was like a fuckload of eyeballs, dude.
Yeah.
Like it was a lot. It was a lot. It wasn't like 5. He had a whole arm covered in that shit.
Collection, dude.
Yeah, my man just fucking.
At the end, didn't he fake like his last eyeball went out? But that was a genjutsu. And he's like, one more, bitch.
Yeah, I don't even remember that fight that much. Like I remember just Sasuke whooping his ass over and over again because he kept talking shit to him the whole time. He's like, "Oh, you can kill me, but I'm coming back, bitch." Also, fuck your brother. It's like, "No, what? Fuck my brother?" Because that's when he found out about Itachi. That fight. That's when because before that he hated his ass. Remember that? And then after that fight, he found out that Itachi was just killing his fucking clan because they told him to do it. Otherwise, they would kill the clan anyway.
Yeah, wait, didn't he find out? Yeah, he found out about, because he fought Itachi, he beat him, and then...
That's why he fought him.
Yeah, and then...
That's why he was going to fight the Summit dudes.
Yeah, and then old dude with the mask, what's his fucking name? Toby?
Yeah, Toby.
Obito? Yeah.
Well, Obito,
yeah. Which, by the way, what a corny little Toby back where you.
I knew he was Obito the whole time.
Yeah.
Like ever since they brought him in, there was so many fucking speculations and shit of that though. Like everybody knew. Like we all fucking knew. It wasn't even just like me calling it, but like I stuck to that. I was like, that's definitely Obito.
Because it's like, all right, Naruto, and then one chapter of Kakashi in the past. and then Naruto Shippuden.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we get it there.
Yeah.
No, but fucking, what was I gonna say?
I mean, though, to be fair, they did a pretty good job disguising that because they were like, "Oh, that's his eye."
Oh, I was
That's
bait.
like that makes sense. I'm
Yeah.
like, that makes sense. But then there's motherfuckers out there, like conspiracy fuckers. They're like, no. But the other half of his eye wasn't crushed, so he was good. Like it was the eye. He was like the bad eye was the fucking one that like Toby uses in the fucking thing or whatever. Like, first of all, that whole shit was insane with Madara, bro. Like where he fucking reconstructed him and all that shit.
Oh yeah, that whole
then,
story. He's like, "Hey, I'm here." Like he's like naked. He's like, "Hey, what's up?"
He's like hooked up to the fucking ivy and shit, the tree, bro. Like,
yeah.
fucking Hashirama's feeding me his cells. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not fucking eating a bowl of fucking tree bark for breakfast and shit.
Naruto's actually better than it seems. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, once you get to Shippuden, like halfway through Shippuden, it's like the storyline like takes a major fucking turn. Like it's crazy, dude.
Because Naruto beats fucking what's his face, Pain, right?
Yeah.
And then a little bit after Sasuke fights Dude, and he's like, "I'm gonna destroy the leaf," you know. And then then it just heads in this fucking direction of like, all right, like that's really where it fucking. There's something to be said, dude. You can never recreate the experience of week after week reading a chapter of manga, like of a big awesome manga that you love. That's the only way to watch shit like that.
Yeah.
There's something about it. I remember like Naruto, right? I remember the one chapter where Naruto breaks Toby's mask.
Yeah.
And then there's just 20 pages of just. That's when I found out. I got the chills. Like, fucking Tobito. And then at the end,
They did the whole fucking flashback.
Yeah, they did this whole.
Like, this is what he did for the fucking.
Yeah.
However many years before.
Yeah, they showed you his whole life, just here, and then fucking, they did the chapter prior, and Naruto was like, like it was him, and then fucking at the end, like the big reveal, like oh fuck.
Yeah, that was sick, man.
Yeah, dude, there's a chapter in Naruto, dude. It's called 5 Seconds. Do you remember that, John?
Nah, dude. I mean,
it's
like I said, it's been a while. Like I was reading it when it was like they're still dropping shit. Like that's when I was reading it. I was like, yo, I remember writing you about it, like on fucking Messenger and shit. I was like, yo, did you see the new chapter, bro?
We used to go back and forth on this shit. It was me. It was me, you, and Pav. Pav was my Bleach guy, so I read Bleach. I'm like, see that shit? And he goes, not yet. And then I go to you like, see that Naruto shit? Yeah.
I remember like reading it every fucking morning as the shit dropped because it used to come out at like I think 9 a.m. or something like that. I'd be like, boom, that's the first thing I'm doing when I wake up today.
Yeah, a lot of times I'd be in the fucking that'd be my morning coffee shit. I'd get to the office, I have my coffee, and like I'd spend 5 minutes like, all right, let me just run through this real quick. Yeah, man, that's my fucking shit. There's this chapter in Naruto. It's called 5 Seconds. It's just the 5 seconds that it takes for Pain to recharge his Edo Tensei thing, his fucking little push away deal. So it was just like. He just used it 3 times in the chapter. It was just a John where he's like, I'm gonna get you, dog. He runs at him. Fucking boom. That was the fake out. All the dudes show up. All the Naruto clones show up. Boom, he does it again. And then he gets pushed back. And then everyone, like all the clones kind of hold him. And then they throw him at him. And he fucking murks them.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you can't recreate that kind of shit in anime.
But here's the thing, like, so when you watch regular Naruto, and my man just overuses the shit out of Shadow Clone Jutsus, right? Like, because that's all he does is just overuse them for no good fucking reason, right?
Yeah.
In the regular one, and in the beginning, the first half of Shippuden, he just uses them for no fucking reason as well. But like once he starts utilizing them and shit to like do fucking stupid shit like that, where he like pops up, grabs his leg, fucking holds him and shit, like, or like when he fucking, bro, the shit that like fucked me up was the first time when I think they did it, like, I don't even remember who the first person he fought when my man was rushing at him, because remember before he used to have to stop and do the fucking little hand sign to fucking craft his Rasengan? Rasengan?
Yeah.
It is,
Rasengan, he would have two, clones fucking with
him. And then he would hold it, and then he would have 1 or 2 clones doing it. Mm-hmm. But then when my man got to the point where he's dicking at somebody, and he's like, bop, put his hand behind, and the 2 clones pop up, and they're running with him, and they fucking like, and then he just fucking bow! Like, yo, that was the moment where, like, Shadow Clone Jutsu became a baller-ass move. Like, because before that, it was like, my man just had a clone. Like, that was it. You know? But now he's, like, actually fucking doing shit for him. Like, when he had both hands, remember that shit?
Yeah,
Where he had fucking both of them? He's like, pow! Fucking throwing them and shit. Like, dude, that was sick.
Yeah, when they started doing interesting, unique shit where, like, his clones are, you know what I mean? They're like a little puzzle unit and they're all working together. Like, that shit got dope.
No, that was like I said, I'm telling you, I don't remember who the first person that took fucking a fat ass L from running Naruto building the Rasengan, but that was it right there.
Wasn't it Kabuto?
I don't know, man. I don't remember who it was.
They were out in the streets with the Sannin, and fucking Kabuto was locking shit up with Tsunade, and Naruto's like, I don't really know my shit, but let me run at him anyway, and he fucking never mind. He caught the fucking kunai with his hand and he's like, I got you now, bitch. Send his clones over there, charging up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Kabuto did some weird ass shit in that fucking show. Remember when he like turned himself into a fucking snake and shit, like dragon or whatever he was supposed to be.
Yeah. When you could tell in animes, you could tell in animes over when shit like that starts happening.
Yeah.
Where like characters all become like twisted.
I mean, that was kind of cool because he was like kind of like a side fucking dude.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't really. He was only there for like the reanimation shit.
That
like,
shit
he didn't
was
really do anything.
That whole Great War was all him, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was like the fucking. Well, no, it was Madara.
Yeah, but wasn't Madara dead?
No, he like he gave his he trained Obito,
yeah,
and then told Obito to like pretend to be him.
Oh yeah,
to spite the war.
Yeah,
but then in the end, you find out that actually fucking Zetsu was the main fucking dickhead behind it. Remember that?
Oh yeah,
to bring the princess bitch back from the moon or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Fucking what was her? I don't even remember her name. Dude.
Yeah, I remember that shit. It began
the
like,
fucking the mom of the 6-page or 6-path fucking sage.
Yeah, it was
whatever the fuck she was.
Nah, it wasn't. Okay, yeah. It was the 6-path sage, and 6-path sage had
his
2 kids.
Mom, yeah,
Ashura and what's his face.
Yeah, the basically what became of the fucking Hashirama clan and the Uchiha clan.
Yeah, and then like that. Basically, the predecessors to Naruto and Sasuke.
Yeah, exactly.
Ashura and Sasuke.
Well, they're descendants of them directly is what like it led into.
Yeah.
That's why they're able to access the 6-path auras and shit.
Okay.
That's why Naruto got the fucking orbs on his back and fucking started shooting those black balls at people. Remember that?
Yeah, wait,
what we were saying. His final form, it's literally the 6-path fucking form. It's him using the 6-path form, like how Madara did it, remember? When he absorbed him?
Yeah.
That's what he did, right? And then Naruto used the fucking fox to, like, overtake him, and then he went into the path form. And that's how he became this final form.
But with Naruto and Minato, right, were they related to the Ashura and them in the 6-path?
Yeah, they're direct descendants. That's what the dude said when he, like, talked to them. Through like a shitty fucking weird flashback or whatever the fuck that was. I don't even remember how it was. But it wasn't like really him there. Like he wasn't actually there.
Oh, okay.
But that's how he was able to talk to them is because they're direct descendants of.
Oh fuck. Okay. Oh, that's one of those like.
They're like reincarnations, basically, is what it is.
That's what I thought it was. It was more of a spiritual relationship. I can see Sasuke.
Well, they are descendants of them, but they're like reincarnations of them.
Yeah. Okay, I always thought Naruto was like a non-affiliate. Like he was down with the the Uzumaki clan, from which like Pain is also descended.
Yeah,
and then like,
but they're all from the Hashirama.
They're all originally. Oh, okay, I got you.
Because that was like the main two.
I got you.
Clans out there.
Yeah, it's never. They didn't really.
They just branched out.
They didn't show you. Yeah, they didn't show you step by step. It's a murky history thing.
Yeah,
like,
it's basically like the Uchihas stayed pure.
Yeah,
because they were fucking dickheads.
Yeah,
and they like banged their fucking moms and sisters. And whatever the fuck.
Yeah, right.
And then everybody else was like, no, we ain't fucking sisters. Like, and that's why they had all those other fucking like clan names and shit like that. Yeah, and
it's funny they insinuate with the Uchihas that like they have something in their head that just kind of causes them to be violent. It's like. Well, yeah, dude. Yeah,
I mean, if you fuck your sister for 16 generations, I'm sure that'll fucking happen at some point.
Like, we've seen royal families. We know how this works, and the genetics start fucking breaking down.
but like, do you notice how like they use that as an excuse in every single fucking show nowadays? Like Game of Thrones did the same thing.
Did
They're
they?
like, yeah, Game of Thrones was like, oh man, the Targaryens are going mad because
Yeah.
they fucked their sisters and shit.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Like, how is that an excuse?
They're
Like,
taking
why do
wide.
they-
They're
yeah,
taking
dude.
wide shots
It's weird. Man.
at fucking people like
Yeah.
that, like Alabamians. Alabamians. Yeah,
Christ, dude.
that's funny. Yeah, because it's like, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I was gonna say.
This is a gray area here.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know much else to say about it, honestly, because that's just some weird shit.
Oh, you know what I was gonna mention? Like, there is a reason. You know, there's other like humans. We're really susceptible to like our genetics breaking down because of incest, right? And the reason is there was so few humans at some point. You know what I mean? There was kind of like during the Ice Age. Like, they feel like everyone that's alive right now is a descendant from about 30 people, right? So, like...
And if you're religious at all, it's fucking 2 people.
Yeah, it's 2,
which is
yeah.
Fucking
Yeah, exactly. Like,
bullshit.
parse that shit out,
Yeah.
right?
Like, let's just fucking remind you of that one.
Yeah. But so, like, what happened is we went through this point where we reemerged from, like, from a single tribe, you know?
Yeah.
So... That's why we can't do that. Like dogs and shit, like animals, they could all like a dog can have a litter of children, right? And then that entire litter can breed with itself. You know what I mean? That can happen a few times, and there's no problem with it because the genetics are already so diverse. You know what I mean? They haven't dipped into
They
the
don't have the one fucking kid.
yeah. Nah, like it didn't. Dogs weren't in danger of becoming extinct at any point in history. You know what I mean? There was dogs, and they spread everywhere throughout the world, and naturally, like wolves and shit like that, they will. Yeah, well, first of all, they're descended from wolves.
Yeah.
And wolves have already been observed to. They'll walk thousands of miles, and they'll travel just to mate with other shit.
Right.
It's just kind of a thing, and they just know that all right, I can't hang around town and just fuck everybody and have kids. Like I gotta travel. So like, and because they never went through that tightening of the genetic pool. Then so they're fine. Humans, because we went through that shit and we barely made it here genetically, and just there was only a handful of us. We can't do that anymore. That's why it's so pronounced when like cousins start fucking and they have, you know what I mean, just kids with problems, because it's just like, yeah, dude, we're already, you know. I mean, look, Europeans, half of us are descended from Charles the Great. You know what I mean? And then there's what's his face out east?
Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan. Yeah, I think about it.
Yeah, but they say that, like, historians and shit say that it's everybody in the world. It's not just like the Asian continent.
Oh, that's everybody in the world.
It's everybody in the world can trace their origins back to Genghis Khan.
I mean, not everybody in the world, but like a huge percentage.
A lot of them, yes. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like a huge fucking portion of people, which is like out of this world, dude. Because
Right.
it's like it makes no sense.
I thought it was like a ridiculous portion of Asian people, and then at large.
Well,
some
yeah, obviously
percentage-
the
yeah,
Asian
yeah.
people. Because I mean,
Yeah.
what the fuck? But yeah, like apparently this dude was that much of a fucking savage.
Yeah,
Just fucking everything and anything, dude. Like,
yeah.
how does what the fuck, dude?
I mean, dude, that's listen. That
Do you think that was his goal? Like, do you think that maybe he just was like, that's what I'm gonna do with my life after I conquered? Or like, do you think he just wanted to fuck all the time?
I think when a man kind of reaches his goals in life,
But like, dude, like, no matter what you do, at some point you're gonna get tired of it. Like, dude, like this dude at no point was like, that's it, I'm tired of fucking.
but he's just.
Like, but that's all he had to do at some point.
But he's a.
He
blood-
just had to do that at some
He
point.
is a bloodthirsty maniac, right? Because like he's first off he's a man, right? So we all have that in us, right?
Sure.
And he's just like, you know what? Let me tell you a funny story. A friend of mine, I'm not gonna name his name. Back when we were teenagers, he was like, "Yo, Sean, you know what we need to do tonight? We're gonna go the fuck out, right? Here's what we're gonna do. We see other crews of dudes out there. We're gonna beat their fucking ass. Like, yo, we're the shit. And
fuck?
and if we bump into chicks, we're gonna fucking head on them and see if we can fuck. Like, are you down? Like." That is all of humanity to me. That's all.
But I'm just
that's men.
But like, what? Okay, so no. I understand how we fucking function.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is,
You feel like you're tired after a while.
But
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Like, at some point, your dick probably won't work. Like the amount of people that this dude fucked in the time that he fucked them.
You figure
It's so fucking like to the point where historians are saying that half of the world, let's say, just I'm using a rough
Yeah,
term
yeah.
here.
So
loose
name it,
fucking
yeah.
term. Half of the entire world can fucking trace their lineage and, you know, whatever
Yeah.
back to Genghis Khan. That's a lot of fucking bitches that he
Yeah.
fucked, dude.
Didn't it-
That's a lot. Like, that's... What?
I think he had like
he can't.
I think he had like 50 or 60 wives, right?
Probably at any given time while he was out fucking
Then I'm
like
assuming
another 100.
Yeah, then I'm assuming he took a bunch of concubines and all that shit
Yeah.
and just kind of went out and fucked around.
But still, okay, so like there had to have been a point where like he was fucking at least like X amount of chicks a night. Like a day.
Yeah.
A day, right? Like
Yeah.
at some point his dick should not work.
Let's just say you had a 30-year career.
Like at
right?
some point his semen should not be potent. Like
You think
this dude was a fucking like
That's
he was a like for him to be able to impregnate all these women like that.
I think-
like no problem whatsoever, bro.
I think it's funny that you think like your dick only works X amount of time. You only have X amount of
No, I'm
shit.
not saying that, but I'm saying it will if you just keep fucking like you can't fucking have like okay, let's say statistically this dude maybe had sex with 5 chicks a day,
Yeah.
right? That's 5 times today, 5 times tomorrow, 5 times a year later, 2 years later. Your dick's not gonna work. That's every day you're fucking. Like, there's no way.
But I think he
There's no
could-
way.
I think he wakes up. Yeah, he probably fucks whoever he was with the night before, right? He go. And by the way, let's.
And it's like his guards are like constantly bringing him new fucking meat. Like they're just like, yo, here you go. Here's a new chick. Here's a new chick. And you think he just told him? He was like, yo, go any chick you ever see in your life, just fucking throw her at me.
Did he participate in battle?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did.
Okay, so we're making the mistake of thinking that like he just kind of wakes up like a pimp, like yeah.
Well, at some point he
send in the
did.
force
Though.
him.
At some point, he
At some
did.
point, yeah. I think from
You
the.
think he was like a rapist?
I think in the gate it was the
Yeah,
rapist.
I mean, well, yeah,
Right.
I mean, for sure he was.
That's what my
But
point.
he can't be a not. He can't
Yeah.
not be a rapist.
Yeah.
If he impregnated all those women.
Yeah, so
Like,
I'm thinking a lot of that was
against their will. By the, it's not
Yeah.
like she was like, "You conquered my village.
Yeah.
Fuck me, give me a baby."
Yeah, we're talking about a lot of
No.
frontline fucking. You know what I mean?
I mean, some of them might have been like, "Yo, all right, give me a baby.
Yeah.
Like you're strong. Like I want a strong baby or some shit." Yo, well, like, what do you think we would do to like chicks that came back like 9 months later? It was like, "You gonna take care of your kid?" They probably just never said shit after that. Like,
Yeah,
they
they-
probably
yeah.
just let man nut in them and just end of that.
Yeah, it was just one of those. I don't think they knew the cause of kids back then. Genghis Khan was. What era was he in? He was in the.
I'll tell you exactly.
He was somewhere between mid to late
Yeah.
first millennium AD, or like early, like medieval times. Like I'm guessing 800 to 1200 AD.
Yeah, it was like it's 1100 is when he was born.
Oh, he was born 1100.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's like right in the Middle Ages.
I got
basically.
you. Interesting.
He died in 1227.
1227.
My man lived till he was like 60, bro. What the fuck? But like all those Chinese and like Asian fucking
Yeah,
like
they
people
all-
lived for a while during that time anyway, which is crazy because the rest of the world was fucking dying at like 12. The fuck.
There's a Japanese village. I think they just like live on a hill and eat garlic, and they live to, like.
Well, isn't like the oldest human being on the planet right now from Asia? Somewhere?
Probably an Indian dude. And I'm thinking he's probably in his.
Well, that's Asia.
Yeah. I think he's probably in his buck 30s. I'm thinking.
Nah, no way. I think the oldest living person right now is like 110 or 112 or something.
Nah, dude, they're getting up. They're getting up
Really?
there.
No
Yeah.
fucking way, dude. Yo, I wonder who's gonna be the first motherfucker to live till 200. That's a crazy fucking number, dude. Like, first of all, people that are 100 lived through both wars, bro. Now,
Yeah.
not right now, but like 20
Yes, sir.
years ago. 20 years ago, people that lived up to 100 lived through 2 wars and all this shit in between. That's fucking outrageous, dude. Technically 3, right? Because Cold War, but it wasn't really a war.
Yeah, it was. Little.
I'm sure they didn't give a shit about any of that, though.
Yeah, it was dudes writing love notes to each other back and forth.
dick, bro.
Dude, the Cold War, like, dude, it's just guys, like, it's just tourists fucking mailing shit home. That's really all it amounts to. Is like,
I love like all the paranoia though. Like that's so crazy. Like people just.
I have a theory about the 20th century. I was thinking about this right before you showed up. I think essentially cars, automobiles, are to blame for everything that's happened between between the advent of the automobile to about 1990. Here's my thing, right?
Why?
So there's basically around 89 they took they took lead out of gasoline, right?
Mm-hmm.
Scientists figured out lead was like bad for you. Mm-hmm. Kids were eating paint chips and all that shit with lead and paint, you know.
Pencils.
Yeah. I did that when I was a kid. It's easy to tell, but like they took all the lead out of everything, right? Out of buildings, and then they stopped because cars are just driving around cities all the time, and there's just fumes and all that shit. And eventually they realized like crime statistics were dropping, right? Like year after year after they did this, crime was going down and down.
What,
like,
taking out lead?
Yeah. And it was in direct proportion to like, okay, this neighborhood, they took all the lead out of buildings and all that shit, and they, you know what I mean? And then there's the unleading of gasoline at large, right? And then they realized, wait, not crime, violent crime was going down. And then they were like, people. Then there's scientists that now like they're pointing at that and they're saying it was probably there's lead in the air and it's just something that just does something to the human brain, like it just right. And I think that the advent of the automobile is possible because they were refining oil they turned into petroleum and gasoline, right?
Yeah, which had lead, which would go into the environment. Yeah.
So I think all this shit, like World War I, World War II, the fucking Cold War, the race riots in the 60s and 70s, like all this shit where like you just had militant people and just angry shit and all this nut shit going down.
Yeah.
I think you can all trace it to the fact that there was just lead in the air. And then, I mean,
it could be, I mean.
Yeah. I mean, nowadays we have crazy shit going on. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't just... It's not all of a sudden you take lead out of everything and there's...
Just problem solved.
Yeah, just here's civilization now and it looks like an Elon Musk city. You know what I mean? Like, that's... You know what I mean? But I think it accounts for, like, probably the vast majority of it.
I mean, it could. I don't know. I think there was just a lot of unrest and fucking... Just... Because, I mean, really, like, between 1900 and 2000... there was so much shit that happened.
Yeah.
Like, and it was just all really just like a path towards, you know, making 2000 like peaceful, I guess.
I mean,
but here we fucking are.
Yeah. I mean,
20 years later.
One guy gets assassinated back in 1914, 1917, I think.
What, World
War
I?
Franz Ferdinand.
It's like 1911.
1911 was it? Okay.
12, maybe.
This man gets assassinated, and it starts everything. World War I, the rise of the Nazis. World War II, the New World Order, the different superpowers, the fucking Cold War. You know what I mean? The bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Yeah.
The fuck, like, you know, now
it's
you got
so much though, is what I mean. Like that's 100 years, sure, but like, fuck, dude.
It's interesting to look at the pattern because I look at shit like that, like especially the last century, right? We all, you know, everyone was wearing, you know, the Nazis were wearing Hugo Boss uniforms. We were all civilized looking, right? Yeah. But like, I don't see any difference between that and like Genghis Khan, right? Just that's kind of the, you know, and
we just have less record of it, because in World War II times we had already invented fucking video cameras, and fucking like pictures and shit, you know, were things. So it's like it's more documented. Whereas back then it was like the savagery was told only through words.
Yeah,
like. People can, and I mean, it's like, it's not like you read a book and fucking take it for what it is, you know what I mean? Like, it's only up to your imagination. So, yeah, you could sit there and be like, oh, okay, this book is fucking 100%, you know, like, savage as shit, but it's like, it does in no way paint a picture for what actually went down. Like, for example, right? Like, if you were to read about somebody raping somebody, right? Like, in the article, in a news article somewhere, there's, oh, this guy's going around raping people.
Yeah.
Now, if you were to watch a fucking person getting raped, that's two different things. But that's the like, and it's a shitty fucking example because, I'm saying like you could read about rape and be like, wow, that's fucked up, that's disgusting. Like, why would he do that? Yeah. But that's all you got. Now you're actually watching somebody do that, and that's documented as fuck, and you're like, what the fuck? Like,
now we have video games.
That's but that's the difference, I think, in those times. Whereas from the 1900s, we could record this shit.
It was all just legend. You had to know somebody that was at the battle to know what was up.
Right, yeah, because it was all word of mouth, word of, you know, whatever, through writing and shit. But now it's like, at that point, it's like, okay, this is actual fucking, like, it's not written, it's actual documented history.
It's, that's like what watching a video was like. It's just like seeing it happen, and it's just like, oh, fuck. You don't feel the energy in the air over a video, but you get a sense.
Right. But it's kind of like I mean, it's just exactly like that because it's Yeah, no, that's really all.
I
don't even
wonder
talk about that anymore.
I wonder how far the invention of the photograph and the invention of like the video camera recorder, I wonder how much that contributed towards civilization kind of coming and being a little more peaceful, right? Because they had video around like World War II. You know, there's like hours of footage of Hitler. You know what I mean? Like, and then just to see, and then
there's literally a show on Netflix, fucking World War II in color. Like,
which
you can watch this shit in fucking 4K about fucking battles in the Pacific and Europe and shit. Dude, I love that show, by the way.
Yeah,
I watch it all the fucking time. Actually,
next we'll be able to shoot down one of those fucking, you know, those Jones where you lay back and the movie screen is like IMAX theater.
Yeah.
Imagine World War II in IMAX.
Yeah, but that's what it looks like in HD almost, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, it's more like a documentary style where dude like tells you about it. It's actually pretty interesting. Like I said, I watch it every once in a while just to rewatch it.
I think I've seen the first 2 episodes. It was pretty dope.
Yeah, there's also there's World War in color, World War II in color.
Yeah.
And then there's another one that they came out not too long ago with. It basically just like goes over a couple different things in World War II.
Okay.
Just breaks shit down for you.
It was probably by the time
it's so crazy, dude. Like I could watch that. Like I said, I think I watched World War II in color or in HD. Like I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5 times over.
Oh, that's like your Big Lebowski.
It's not. Stop saying that.
Like I'm just throwing that on the background.
I'm just like afraid of new things, man. That's if you learn anything, that's what it is. I don't like change.
That's true. I do like
in terms of shows, like in shows, music. Video games, things like that. I like to, keep my old school stuff.
You're like, you actually look back, like, wait, I have this wealth of like decent shit I've seen.
But here's the problem, right? So I'll watch World War II because I'm gonna forget my point at this point, right? So I would watch World War II in HD, right? I'll watch that, and then I swear, in the moment, like I said, I watched it 5 times. I'm like, shit, I should know 100% of everything that fucking happened in World War II. But then I'm just like blanking on shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Wait, like what? And then like when I rewatch it, I'm like, that's right, that guy. Yeah. Fuck that guy, or like that event, or whatever. But it's like in the moment, I'm like be thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, I can't remember shit about World War II. Like it's fucking crazy, man.
I've rewatched Bleach fairly recently, and it's the same deal. Like I'll see scenes and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that, or like, oh yeah, that fucking happened. Like, it is. That's the cool part of like going back through shit that you've seen before. Because you catch shit that you didn't see the first time.
Yeah, because you know, like, the main plot and, like, the main important things, so now you're, like, looking out for other shit.
Yeah, like, it all fades. I don't know if it just fades away. I guess it does, right? Because our brain records it at some point, or we weren't paying attention, and then it just fades where you're just like, oh, yeah, and then you come back and you're like, fuck yeah, that was a good scene. That was a nice, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I'm kind of the same way. I try to never go back on anything. I'm like, dude, let me catch new shit, dope shit. But you reach a point where you've seen all the dope shit.
Yeah.
You know? I'm like that with books. I feel like I've read all the classics. I've done everything. And now I'm just like, I've read everything. There's nothing that great. Something might come out once in a while, and hopefully I learn about it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's just like, I'm done with things.
For me, personally, there's, like, very little in TV shows. Like, I don't know. It's just, there's very little stuff that catches my attention. Yeah. Like, it has to be something that absolutely interests me in order for me to watch a TV show or go watch a movie. Like, that's why I just, I don't know.
It's got to hook me right away.
Yeah.
Like,
or, no, because there's, like, trailers that I've seen, I'm like, fuck, I need to go see that. Like, there's just stuff like that, but it's like, that's it. Like, but most trailers I watch, I'd be like...
Yeah, like, okay, I've seen that before. Yeah. That's like, what it is. You see something, you're like,
that's been done.
Every year, that fucking movie's come out. Yeah. Now it's out again.
Yep. It's like Call of Duty syndrome, bro. It's like... How many fucking times am I going to look down sight and shoot guy?
Did you see? Yeah. Look down, dude. Episode 19. Look down sight and shoot guy. Yeah. What the fuck was I going to say? Fuck, mate. I hate that shit.
Killed you, dude.
Brain's so fucking out of order.
Look down sight, killed.
Have you seen, did you happen to check out that show, You, on Netflix?
No.
That show caught me right away. I started watching it and I saw
the little, you know how Netflix like throws the trailer in your face if you hover over it?
Yeah.
I like that and I hate it. I don't know. It's a mixed thing.
I do. I'm like, dude, stop. Just fucking. I'm trying to be quiet.
I just want peaceful, right? Yeah. And then like sometimes you're like, oh man, that's cool. I didn't have to click on it to watch it. You know.
Sometimes the volume's all the way up because I was listening to something low.
Yep.
And you just right before the fucking first dialogue. you hear this ambiance of
Yep.
like you can tell the speakers up too
Yep.
high, like the room tone,
Yep.
and then brrr, right through your fucking
Dude,
ear.
the other thing that Netflix does that bothers me is when you click on the show, or like on the title or whatever, right? And
Yeah.
then it instantly starts playing it. Like and then you still have that side menu, right, where it'll be like play more episodes or whatever. It just
Yeah.
instantly starts playing it in the background. I'm like, why the fuck do you do that?
They do. I want a season
It
list.
pisses
I
me the
want
fuck- That's what I'm saying. I want to
wanna-
look
yeah.
at the seasons. I want to see how many episodes there are. I want to see what they are. Like I want to read the description for the first episode.
Yeah.
Because now you have the show description at the top, right?
Yeah.
Which is fine. I can't even read that shit. I can't even read it by the time the shit starts.
Yeah.
Where did they? It's like they get the ratings from it. That's how they probably count fucking views. They're like, motherfucker clicked on it, so therefore we have 1 billion views in one day.
We got to hover.
Like fuck, dude.
We got X
like,
amount of hovers,
Yeah.
we got
Like Hulu
watches.
doesn't do that. Like Hulu, you click on something and it stays there until you press fucking
They
play.
gave you the arrow, right? And you can
Yeah.
look and you can be like,
Yeah,
hey, what do I
do
wanna
that.
say?
But no, Netflix, you click on something and it just boom
They're
instantly
just
starts
like,
playing.
yeah, they force it on you. They're
Yeah.
like, no choice. Just
Yep.
listen, Fatso, sit on your couch. You're gonna fucking
Just
watch
watch
it.
it.
Yeah, just watch it. Just you don't have the choice anymore.
Yeah.
We big companies are thinking for us now,
Yep.
and I kind of think it's dope. But like when, sometimes they fuck up like that, and you're just like, nah, it's not.
It's like there's the problem with too much convenience.
Yeah,
That's what it is. I love convenience, don't get me wrong, but sometimes when it's forced on you or it's too much and it's like out
Yeah.
of this world, it's like that, for example. Like, yeah, in a perfect world, that would be nice, where if I'm like, okay, I'm just going to press play on it once, or I'm
Yeah.
just going to click on the little title, and then it just starts playing for me. That's cool.
Yeah.
But it's like sometimes I don't want that, you know?
I think technology hasn't caught up to the point where it can do that. But yeah, I feel like it's going to be at some point. Technology is just going to create a world around us where, like, I walk into a room and the walls start playing the thing that I've been thinking
thought about, yeah.
and they know I want to see.
It probably will.
Yeah, and I think part of me thinks we should just lean into it. Like, just don't fight the technology. Just be like,
I mean, I don't think anybody out there is fighting technology, though. Like, that's the thing. There's nobody out there that's, like, against this shit.
But there's a
because
lot
they
of-
keep doing this dumb
But
shit.
there's a lot of people like us that'll just be like, stop playing it, asshole. You're fucked.
Yeah.
Like, there's technology that it's not programmed well. It's not done well.
Yeah.
And it's not, they haven't kind of, the user experience isn't figured out yet.
But
Once
that's what I mean, though. Like, that as a function itself, I'm telling you, that's what, like, draws in numbers, though. That can't just be, like, there's no way that they did that specific feature just for convenience. They're like, just for the benefit of the viewer, as soon as they, click on this title, they're going to start watching the show.
they themselves probably make the distinction of like, okay, we didn't get a click, but we got a hover and we got a thing and it turned into
Yeah.
a click.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's like an intended feature that
Yeah.
they did.
Yeah, the
It's
guy-
a sneaky one.
There's a guy sitting in a cubicle that realized that shit, right?
Yeah.
He was like, you know what? If we just do this, it's like,
because there's so many people that would probably sit there, myself included, on the actual title page without watching it,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So that's what it was. We're
Yeah.
probably the only motherfuckers in the world bitching about this, by the way. Like, I've
Nah.
never heard somebody complain about this.
You know, it's kind of like, you know what? I believe it was in Chicago. The red light cams, you know, those fucking, they'll snap you for burning on a red light.
Yeah.
What some asshole did over there was decided, wait, there's like a second between the yellow to the red. Somebody was like, wait, if we chop out 1/10 of a second on that light, if we just change how quick the light changes, we'll get more revenue from those red light cam tickets.
Yeah.
Because people got the timing down, right? They're like, wait, let's just shave off 1/10 of a second, and boom. That's what they're thinking over at Netflix. They're like, you know what? Let's just start
Yeah.
this, and all of a sudden, bam, we have an extra.
But that's what I mean. But
we have an
it
extra
wasn't a
100 million
convenience
views we normally
factor.
would.
Yeah, it was 100% like,
Yeah.
okay, how can we pull more views
It's
on
all,
our shit?
it's all metrics.
Fucking big business, dude.
Yeah.
Fuckers.
Because they'll
Go
do.
burn down the Netflix office, dude.
Yeah, and they'll take
'em.
and they'll take that spreadsheet and show it to the people they want to do business with. Like, look, we got fucking digits.
Yeah.
Let's
Here's a show that nobody's watched in 10 years. How about
Yeah.
that? We got 1 million views in one day
let's
just because we threw it on the front page.
let's burn down all these businesses right now. Look, Facebook,
They
right?
need to burn down Facebook.
They have roughly the same amount of traffic as Twitter. Like if you look at statistics, right?
need to
But
burn down Facebook.
but they have 2 billion. But they'll tell you, hey, we got 2 billion users, right? With 1.1 billion active daily users. You know what I'm saying? Like all that shit. And it's like, wait, but if you look at traffic statistics, you guys are neck and neck.
Yeah.
I mean, Twitter doesn't boast those kind of numbers. They're far from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, they're all bullshitters, right? They're all just like, any dude with a fucking spreadsheet needs to
Should
go
just be-
tase
yeah.
himself.
Yep.
Just fuck you. And a dude that's like, I'm gonna move numbers around and I'm gonna think
No,
about it.
I'm like, I'm getting to this point where I'm
Yeah.
like, you know, and like people that love math are probably gonna hate this episode. But honestly, bro, whoever created numbers can
Yeah.
fuck right off. They can go delete themselves from the entire existence of history. Could you imagine this world without numbers? It would probably be fucking so peaceful. It'd be fucking beautiful. It would be fucking paradise. We
Yeah.
would be fucking living in paradise, I'm telling you. Because if
Yeah.
there wasn't some cunt breathing down your neck about a fucking number that you're trying to fucking fix, this would be a beautiful world.
yeah, sure.
Just imagine it.
All right, I see that you have an 18% turnaround where
Exactly.
my boss is looking for a 20%. So we're
The churn
We're-
isn't exactly where we want it to be.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
need
yeah.
to be at 36%
Yeah.
over last week's
Yeah.
28%.
we're gonna have to ask you to work.
Fuck you.
We're gonna have to ask you to work harder.
Fuck you.
Yeah, just like, okay, dude,
Yeah.
you know, statistics in general, right? People will say statistics like assholes. I've done it too. I do it. And I realize, like, statistics, they just tell us the story of what happened in any given town. You know, a lot of times you look at murder statistics. That's interesting to me. Like, no, I did just, yeah. And then I realize, and then they, sometimes they break
You're
it
gonna
down
have
by,
to explain to me
Yeah.
why you have an axe in your room again.
oh, yeah. Listen, just in case fucking,
Uh-huh.
just in case. Honestly, I got two reasons. In case they come through the door at me, or if I go out the door with it. You
Yeah.
give me a good...
I don't think we got to the point where we're carrying weapons outside yet.
Nah, but look, it's like...
I'm rocking my sword, bro. Like, you have no idea how excited I am. I got two of them bitches, right? So here's what I'm gonna do.
Katana?
I have- No.
Okay.
One is the replica of Jon Snow's Longclaw from
I
Game
got
of
you.
Thrones.
Yeah.
I have a fucking sheath for it as well, and a belt. So no. Here's what I'm doing, right? That's going around my back, and I was just thinking about this while I was driving here. It's going around my back, so I don't have to use it. Because if I have to pull that thing out and use it, it's gonna fucking murder somebody.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's big as shit.
Yeah.
Right? It's like when you watch it in the show, it doesn't look as big, but it's big as shit.
Yeah.
So that's going on my back because it's also long as fuck. It's literally like if I were to put it down into the ground, right, like up to the ground,
Yeah.
and hold the hilt would probably be like up a little bit above my belly button. It's literally half the size of me, bro.
Oh, wow.
Okay, and I'm not short by any fucking means.
Yeah.
But
He's a lanky boy.
yeah,
Tall.
so there's that, and then I also have another, which is like a short sword. I'm gonna put that bitch in my fucking like on my hip, which would be
Yeah.
my main weapon. But I'm like, bro, don't make me take this big boy out, because if I take it out, fucking heads are rolling.
When them boys come, when that Boogaloo boy comes through the door at you, what song are you telling Alexa to play to accompany the fight?
That's fucking awesome, actually. I wasn't thinking of that. I was gonna say like Alexa called the cops.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm about to murder this motherfucker in my house.
I'll be like, Alexa,
Oh.
change all the lights, change the floor and then the ceiling lamps to red,
Dude,
dim them 50%.
that's like the fucking beauty of the future, though. You
Yeah.
can do shit like that where somebody invades your house and you can be
Yeah.
like, yo, Alexa, turn my lights red
Yeah.
and fucking have a strobe light going type shit. Like, and you fucking pop out with a sword and y'all just fight.
You know, like you know
Sick.
that like that siren tune from like Kill Bill 1 and 2. That
Yeah.
like that's the John.
Yeah.
All the lights are red.
Is that what you think? That's what you would play?
All of a sudden, a fucking axe comes at you from 45-degree angles downwards from the steps.
I just again, dude, I would not throw that sword or that axe down. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it.
That's what I think. Though I think the axe is in case in case whoever swings through and comes to say hi to me unexpectedly, right? But then in these times,
I hope that it doesn't get to the point where people are raiding residential houses, man.
yeah, someone
Like,
was. Yeah, I think people have a lot. The masses have much better sense than
Yeah.
that. The people protesting, all those cats, they know what's up. Yeah, they're not going to get that one over on the cops. You know what I mean? You can get the protest off, and then it gets dark and there's no curfew. You can maybe get a little something off, but not widespread like that.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I just like I said, I keep that shit to fucking businesses, man. Don't
Yeah.
step into somebody's house, bro. Like that's the last thing you want to do. And for that reason, like I'm like I want a gun, dude. Like I just because
Yeah.
I don't want anybody running into my house like trying to fucking come at me like I'm
Yeah.
putting them in danger. Like what the fuck is that all about, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know, but yeah, I just want a gun now because I'm a homeowner and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Like
I've been
I can't be running at motherfuckers with a sword. Like,
Yeah,
this is fucking 2020, bro. Like, come on, they're gonna shoot me. Like, you know.
Yeah.
So that's really it. I mean,
I feel the same way because I grew up in the city, and it was comfortable living in a row home because everyone's there.
Yeah.
Like you don't really hear them or see them, but like your neighbors are around you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm like, dude, my house it has nothing next to it, right? Like it's house, grass, another house, grass, and it's just like it's dark. I'm on a dead end. There's crickets at night. You know what I mean? Like that scares the city boy. I'm just like, come the fuck on, man. No one can hear me scream.
Yeah.
So
your neighbor probably could.
Yeah. So for like a year or two, I was just like, man, this is kind of fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Now it's cool. But part of me is like, yeah, man, when that heater kicks off too fast, I hear.
You need to reach for something.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, fucking something birdshot, buckshot. You know what I mean? Just one to warn you, and then, but bang, let's go, baby. Fuck yeah.
No, I mean, that's the only absolute reason I want a gun. Like, I don't know. I don't think everyone should have a gun, but I think that's a good reason to have one.
Just to hold down the fort.
Yeah, like just for me personally, that's what I would do. I would have a safe, right? I would have one in the chamber or whatever the fuck they tell you to do, right? Is that what you're supposed to do?
Yeah, let me think. You got a safe.
I don't know.
There's a lot.
Anyways, I don't care about the fuck. I'm sure the guy selling me the gun will tell me the procedure, but I want to buy a handgun. And I'm good with that, you know? Like,
I don't think you keep one in the chamber. I think that's the reverse of what you're supposed to do.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, you have it.
I'm just saying, look, one in the chamber just in case. One for me or for somebody else.
One for me.
Look.
Just in case shit
if
gets
the
too
end
hot.
of the world is fucking coming and, like, there's some crazy shit that happens and there's a nuke, I'm probably going to blow my brains out. Because, like, really, if a nuke drops on Philly, like, we're fucked. You know, I'd rather just kill myself, put myself out of the misery, because I know I'm going to die 30 years from now, painfully as fuck anyway.
Yeah, right? I think you got to run towards the blast. I think that you're right. If you're in Philly, you're in the Northeast. They hit.
No, are you out of your fucking mind?
I think you have to let it incinerate you instantly. I think.
That's yeah. In that sense, yeah. I was like, I thought you were about to say try to survive it and shit. No, like that's the last thing you want to fucking do.
You know why in Fallout they do this thumb thing, like the guy like that
to measure how far.
Yeah, you're supposed to. Take that mushroom clouds over your thumb. You're fucked.
Yep.
It's like get indoors. If it contains it, you have enough time to run with shelter, a bomb shelter.
Yep.
That's
well, for the most part. No, that's awesome though. But that's actually a very little known fact, by the way, of the fucking Vault Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember reading that and being like, that's fucking...
Yeah, no, I remember when I heard that for the first time, I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, no way, dude.
Imagine that, dude. Fucking... The comedy at Bethesda, that they would be like, "Hey, I'm the fucking Vault guy," and it's like
Fallout is fucking.
That's actually the dark
world, man.
That's dark comedy at its finest.
It is, dude. What's up with this fucking dark? Is it about to rain? Like,
I don't know. My house is just dark and lights on. It's just weird.
I feel like it got darker outside. Dude, you know these fucking storms and shit that have been like rolling past us for the last 2 fucking days? Dude, I'm telling you, I've been in my conspiracy zone lately, bro. I don't know why, and again, like I said, I'm never about it, but like, dude, I've just been so fucked up over like trying to like make sense of this world anymore.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at in my life right now.
You think they cranked up the nozzle on the Truman Show dome?
But you've heard about the fucking like, you know, the conspiracy theory of, you know, a weather machine and shit like that.
Yeah.
But it's like, tell me the fucking timing isn't impeccable in this case. Yeah. Right? Like, they fucking shoot us a curfew. Right? They're like, don't go out.
I'm with you.
People still go out.
Yeah.
It's the first day. Thunderstorm. Dumb fucking hard, heavy wind. Crazy fucking rain. Lightning everywhere. Soon as fucking daytime comes around, nothing. Yeah. Beautiful. Have you looked outside today in the morning? It was fucking beautiful. Yeah. Right? Looked like nothing happened. Yeah. Doug, 10 o'clock hits yesterday.
Yeah.
Boom. End of the fucking world again.
That's wild. Yeah,
it's fucking weird. Like, it's just the weirdest timing, dude.
Yeah. I was thinking of that too. I was thinking every time.
It's supposed to rain again like that tonight.
Yeah, every time a storm hits and then like I get a warning on my phone. I don't know if it's because now we get warnings, right? It used to be just this weather out there. No one really. If you weren't watching the news, you didn't really.
Well, that whole like, remember when Trump was like, "I'm gonna send you motherfuckers a text." That's what that was. So now we get fucking notifications on our phones.
Yeah,
which like I mean we used to before, but we get them a lot more now.
Yeah,
it's fucking weird too.
I chalk that up to every time there's storms back to back like that. Right? There's like they just come in.
Yeah.
Maybe it's always happened like that, and we just have been now we have proof of it, right? But I also think this is just a sign of global warming, right?
I mean, it very well could be, but again, I'm just like sticking to my gun on this one, bro. Like,
you think weather machines?
The timing
they turn the
is
juice on
fucking
us?
impeccable, though. Come on, dude. How has it not rained in like 2 weeks? Which makes total sense why it would now because of the humidity. But it was nice out. It wasn't humid as fuck.
Yeah.
It was like 70, dude, steady for like 2 weeks. It was nice. It was good weather. And then all of a sudden, fucking riots break out. People breaking shit. Fucking setting shit on fire.
Yeah.
Crazy thunderstorm. Bro, there's trees taken the fuck out of in Philly. Like, there's areas in my fucking neighborhood that just ripped out big-ass trees, dude.
Oh, yeah, I did see a video of fucking that
Number one, right? Like,
Yeah.
same exact day, same exact night. Explain that. Dude, fucking morning comes, like nothing ever happened. The fucking water dried out. The rain dried out. Everything is fucking sunshines and rainbows and shit.
Yeah.
Nighttime comes, the fucking curfew again. Oh, fucking
Yeah.
here comes the rumbling thunder. All of a sudden, same shit last night, dude.
There's an old Latin saying. I forget exactly what it's like. Et tu propter et hoc. Some bullshit,
You
right?
probably just cursed somebody the fuck out.
That's why. What it roughly translates to is like things happen one after another, but they don't happen because of one thing happened, right? Like the rooster crows and then the sun comes up, right? It ain't just because, hey, I think people might have saw that at one point, like, that a fucking rooster controls the sun. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So like when you look at, and it's just a way of looking at the world, and it's very. We're getting into deep shit and existential shit. I look at shit like shit's happening all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shit's always going down. We live in a strange era, especially you, because you kind of, well, no, especially me, because I lived in an era where like the news would just come on and like there was no internet or computer and none of that shit.
Yeah.
And I guess both of us kind of deal with it, but like now we live in an era where it seems like the world's ending every fucking day.
Yeah.
Every day
Because you
something.
just have so much access to every fucking piece of news in the entire world, so something's always happening. Yeah.
Phone ring. I mean, oh, cool. Another fucking. Another people got shot up. Another fucking house burned down. It's just. I think that was always a big question years ago. Was like, does more crazy shit happen now, or is it just reported on more?
It is. It definitely is.
Yeah.
I feel like things are. I mean, look, right now it's just. You see, the problem with this is that there's way too much fucking media. Like, there's way too much news. Anytime anything ever happens, it's reported on.
And it's and it's breaking news.
And it's
by the way,
exactly
so.
no, it's just fucking total shit show every single time. But it's like the other thing is too, and it's like I don't know. I just like I've seen a couple videos on like Instagram and YouTube and shit like of people like, you know, during this protest and everything, like people being dickheads and like people recording somebody be like, oh, are you being a dickhead? Like there was this one video I saw of this one guy who was like standing there bitching at like these two kids fucking literally standing on the corner holding signs or something, right? But it's recorded from the point of view of the protester, right? So the guy's out there. He's like, yo, like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm trying to fucking sleep. Like, you guys are... He's on the phone with the cops, right? He's calling the cops. And, like, the caption for it was like, oh, he's such a Karen. I'm like, okay, first of all, like, fuck you, right? Because it's, like, instant. But, like, if you watch the video, like, the guy actually, like, he's... Like, you could see that, like, you could see that he's, like, pissed off. But, like, he's not being a dickhead. Like, he's not doing anything to these protesters. And he literally says everything in the video. Like, in the video, he says, he's on the phone with the cops. He says, there's two protesters outside of my fucking house, or, like, right across the street from my house. And it's an intersection. And every time the fucking cars drive by, he's like, it's 11 o'clock. Anytime a car drives by and sees their signs, they start fucking honking. He's like, I gotta be the fuck up in like 2 hours to go to fuck to work. Like, get these fucking kids out of here. And they're literally recording and like antagonizing them. And like the whole point of view, but this is what I'm, like my point that I'm about to get to is, it's a point of view thing. Like it might look like that guy's a dickhead, but what about everything that happened before then? Before you started recording that?
Yeah.
Like, maybe he came out, right? Like, maybe he came out and said, yo, guys, can you chill the fuck out? Like, they were like, no, fuck you.
Yeah.
Then he comes out, he's like, yo, guys, come on, it's been a fucking hour. Like, just go home. Like, let me fucking sleep. Chill out. Nah, fuck you. And then, dude comes out, gets in their face, gets on the phone with the cops, and that's what you record. Yeah, but that's what I mean. The fucking favor is always in the person recording, because you could record whenever the fuck you want. I could curse you out right now, antagonize the shit out of you, say every possible thing in the world, right? And then when you start fucking swinging at me because I pissed you off, I start recording.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
I fucking say, yo, this white guy's beating the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Like, but that's what I mean. That's the fucking issue, dude, in today's day and age.
Yeah, every time I see a video, I'm just like, okay, give me some context.
Yep.
What happened prior to that?
Yep.
Let me see when the guy was calm. You know what I mean? And then we don't have the benefit of that because it just...
Yeah. I mean, that doesn't qualify in every scenario. I 100% doesn't.
Yeah.
But, like, for that video in particular, I'm with the dude. I'm like, because he didn't do anything out of this world. Like, he didn't come out fucking punching these kids. Like, he came out, he got on the phone with the cops. He said, yo, I'm tired. Like, get these fucking kids off this block. Like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, first of all, what are you doing at 11 o'clock protesting? Like, 11 p.m., dog.
Yeah.
What are you doing out on the corner of a fucking street? Holding up fucking signs for 11 p.m., dude. Like, come on, man. Get out of here.
I do think that protesting is protesting when you're not supposed to be doing it. You know what I mean?
Sure, but still, I mean, like, I see his point, is what I'm getting at. Like, you shouldn't do that dumb shit at 11 p.m. Like, why? Why 11 p.m.? Like, people really do have fucking shit to do. Like, that guy had to get up in 3 hours, man. Like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You're fucking his day up for no reason.
That's true. And the thing about protests is that if they're too convenient, the way they're done, like those permits and there's certain times, they don't get as much of a message across. But I do see both points of that shit. Like,
No, I mean, that's fine. You could go ahead and protest. Go do that. You have the voice. You have the right to do that, sure.
Yeah.
But, again, in that scenario. But what I'm saying is, what I'm getting at, my point is, that video is labeled as if that guy is the fucking bad guy.
Yeah.
When in reality, like, even if you look at the video and it's portrayed as though he's the dickhead, he's actually not. Like, if you're a rational person and you're watching that video with a clear mind, you'll see that the people that are recording are actually the dickheads.
Yeah, and it's like, look, he could be the dickhead in that video, but the video itself doesn't have enough proof in it, right? It's just like, he's like, hey, fuck you, I'm calling the cops.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is and like you said, it comes back to media where it's just like, that's a tricky fucking thing.
Yeah.
Anybody can just, like, they can just paint whatever fucking narrative they want to and just say, you know what I mean? What I do, whenever you hear music over, like, a piece of news or documentary or a fucking thing, like a little 4-minute statement or whatever.
Like, blurred out like somebody's fucking
No, but like when you hear music, you ever see like somebody trying to paint like a conspiracy or whatever? Usually it's a video accompanied with like sinister like
it's like
like fucking they're using like an orchestra.
Law and Order fucking SVU sound in the background.
It's like I like news the way Bill Burr watches football, right? I'll explain that. He DVRs everything, and then he just watches play-by-play. Like, he watches the play, start to finish, fast forwards through the pauses.
That's a maniac-ass way.
He is a fucking maniac, but I love it. He fast forwards through the commercials, all that shit.
Why doesn't he just watch the highlights of the game?
He just watches... No, because he wants to see the game from start to finish. So he just fast forwards through everything. He's just like, cool, I saw the play ended. I don't need the fucking replay. And the dude, you know, the dudes are just kind of moving.
No, I see where he's getting at. That makes sense. That's fine. But like,
it's like when you go through commercials.
That's some maniac shit.
It is some super. The first time I heard that, I thought it was maniac shit. That's how I want to see the news. I want to see.
Yeah.
I don't want the commentary. I don't want the bullshit. I don't want the.
I just want to see what happened.
Yeah, I want to see the production.
I don't need you to sit there and hype me up into watching this video. Like, I need the anchor sitting there like, watch this video right here. Here it comes.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Yeah, I'm
it's
like,
coming.
dude,
Here it is.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, give me straight news. And then, these cable companies, both sides, dude, MSNBC and then Fox.
Yeah.
They're notably, one side is progressive and one side's conservative, right? They should, every time, like, Manal comes on, or fucking, I don't know who it is now, but, like, O'Reilly or whoever, right?
Yeah.
It should be explicitly noted, like, hey, we're editorializing here, right?
Yeah.
We're throwing it out there.
Yeah, whenever it's opinionated, it should be stated as that and not fucking fact.
It's an opinion piece, yeah. And when we're doing straight news, hey, this is straight news. When we're doing our little game, cool. Listen, some people... That's good. Yeah. I don't mind seeing either side.
Yeah, but then they'd be losing views, though. That's the problem. Like, everything's about fucking business, dude. I said this in the other episode. Is like, once business takes over something, it fucks everything up.
Yeah.
Like that's the problem, bro. It's like, and that's the fucking problem with like capitalism.
Yeah.
That's the fucking problem. Yeah. Like, I don't know, dude. Like, I'm just gonna go ahead and fucking say this, dude. I think in the next like 50 years, I think we're gonna have a drastic fucking change in how America functions.
I think our entire society, I think what we're seeing right now is the death throes of a society that, we benefited from capitalism at a certain point. You know what I mean? You just have a free country and say, hey, dude, go off and jerk off in the woods, do whatever.
I'm not saying that we should be fucking communists by any means or anything like that, but I mean, there's different ways of running a country, and I mean, it should not just be run by giant corporations. Of whoever has the most money, you could just do whatever the fuck you want.
You could buy them.
That's
politicians, yeah. I think we're gonna.
But on the same side, it's better than any other country where there's absolutely no fucking laws and they do whatever they want anyway, too. So I mean, I don't know. But I really do think that there's going to be a big change in the next 50 years.
It's going to become apparent. I mean, the reason we utilize capitalism is because at some point that was the best system available, right? We're going to realize, hey, it's the best system, but it's been running long enough, and we see the kinks and the flaws in it. So we're going to remove those and just have capitalism 2.0, 3.0, or just. Yeah. I mean, already. I mean, since FDR, since the 1940s. We've been a quasi-socialist state, right? We had Social Security, right, and then they implemented welfare systems, these safety nets, so that it is when they do the math, it's just beneficial to not have people starving and hungry and just homeless and just no health care. It's gonna come to a point where we're a country that we have a large GDP, we have a manufacturing capability. You know what I mean? We have the economy to wipe out all the bullshit, and then it will become profitable to say, hey, you know what? Taxes go up maybe a few points, and everything's taken care of.
Yeah,
and we're fine. So I totally agree with you. Yeah. I think it's just.
I don't know, man. The one thing that really just is bugging me is that now all these fucking I saw this. I'll get to this point in a second too, but there's all these fucking companies just all of a sudden are now throwing their money at this Black Lives Matter movement and shit. Why weren't you doing that before? Yeah. This is the thing that pisses me off. It's they're releasing these fucking statements. They're oh man, Sony, we're postponing our fucking presentation on the fucking 7th because there's important fucking matters and shit, and we're donating. It's but you didn't give a fuck before this. Yeah. Did you care when the last black person got shot to death by a cop? Did you give a shit? Did you stop your programming? Did you donate to the fucking foundation? You didn't. And it's now that it's a global fucking situation, all these fucking companies are we're donating and all that, which is great. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. It's great that you're donating to the cause. They need it, right? Now more than ever, by 100%. But it's not they're doing it out of kindness. Yeah. They're doing it because it's fucking business to them. They're they look good as a company by donating to this cause. Yeah. So, and it's that shit just pisses me off, dude. But it's there was what I meant to get at with this is there was you remember the whole thing with Blizzard, right? Where in China they were having a protest and one of the kids playing Hearthstone or whatever, in one of the tournaments or whatever that Blizzard was hosting, the Grandmasters or whatever, he basically threw up a sign or something or did a protest thing or to show support for the protesters in China, and they fucking banned the shit out of this kid. Yeah. They literally banned him, and then anybody that supported him got banned as well. Yeah. And then after the whole entire fucking Reddit universe and the entire internet was yo, this is fucked up. They were okay, we'll take a look at it. But they were silent as fuck. But so there was somebody on Twitter that pointed out the fact that they're fucking scumbag, just fucking dickheads about it, right? So because now they're fucking donating and all this shit, Blizzard, Activision is oh man, yeah, all that. But then somebody was but a year ago you didn't give a shit about this kid protesting for peace in fucking China. That's one-sided as fuck. You're hypocritical as shit. Yeah. And that fucking I mean, explain that one to me, bro. Yeah. You care about it when it's on American soil, but when it's everywhere else, you don't give a shit about it.
There's I'm not justified. I think it's fucked up. There is a an easy explanation for it. Is that when companies do business with China?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. But that's the thing exactly, because Activision does stupid business with fucking China. Yeah. That's the fucking problem. Yeah. But here, they're not doing as much of a fucking, whatever with the government of America, because, they don't give a shit. But but if you donate here to somebody this fucking cause, it makes you look great. So fuck all these companies, honestly, bro. That's why I'm again, I'll say it. I'm okay with their fucking stores being broken into. Fuck them up, fuck them all up. Break into all of them, burn all of them. Fuck them. Yeah. They got fucking plenty of bread, bro. They got plenty of fucking money to bounce back. Trust me. If they could drop $100 million to your fucking donation, they can fucking afford their stores being burnt down.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah. It's like that. It's like that Fight Club thing. That fucking they do the math and are like, all right, is it cheaper to, pay the legal bill for all these fucking things that are going to happen, or just recall the faulty car with the fucked up seatbelt thing? You know what I mean? Yeah. Companies just do the thing that's going to it's going to cost less and profit more in the end. So they're like, okay, we'll support Black Lives Matter because you know why?
Yeah,
it's going to cost us way more in the end. But if it wasn't that big of a deal, okay, we don't have to do that.
Yeah.
And we will make more money by just not paying it. You know what I mean? It really is. And I think that's how humans operate in general, where it's just like, well, what's going to be the best outcome?
Yeah.
People are like...
It goes back to those numbers, bro. Whatever looks better on numbers, whatever has a bigger number, I'm telling you, dude, fuck this. We need to find a time machine. We need to make a time machine. We need to go back in time to whoever found a fucking number and whoever made it a systematic thing. Yeah. They need to fucking die so that way the course of our future changes forever. I'm telling you, again, like, just in your head.
So we gotta go down and burn down Rome. They started with Roman numerals.
Yeah. They already burnt it down, though.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know.
Well, I think you shut them down before they figure out Roman numerals.
We need to bring a nuke with us and just nuke.
Yeah, you do that right when they were, the first day that Rome was built.
I'm telling you, dude. I'm gonna record every single case of numbers in history, and anytime any of those names ever show up, I'm just gonna time travel and shoot them, and then time travel back, and I'm like, are there numbers in this universe? No
numbers.
Great.
Like Rick and Morty.
Yeah. I'm like, can show up. I'm like, I'm sorry. Are there any numbers in this future?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, I gotta go. Get my little green portal back out. Pop back in. Shoot another dude. Come back in. Hey, sir. Do you know what a number is? Yeah, number 2. Nope. Got to do it again. Yeah. I would just keep doing it until the future.
That's interesting. I wonder if I had this theory. I said the reason we have numbers from 1 to 10 is we have 10 fingers, right?
Yeah.
I've said that to you before. I did my little research after that. There are societies that like 10 is like 8. And then there's one where like a dozen, that's your 10. That's where they stop marking a thing. Isn't that weird?
It is weird.
Yeah. I thought that was incomprehensible, but like I was just like, I was doing my little Googling thing. It might have been 6 instead of 8. But there's definitely societies where they said...
less greedy.
Well, yeah. They're like, we're going to cap it off right there, and then go to the... I was like... And there's a word for it, too. There's a whole fucking...
That's insane.
I do love it when I'm thinking of some shit, and I Google it, and I'm like, oh, there's a whole scientific study of this fucking thing.
Right. I'm going to call it here, man. I got to run to the bathroom, like, piss my fucking bladder out.
I dig it.
This is the last episode with our poor old iPad here.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have a microphone next time, actually, so...
You're moving the new tech, so you'll...
Sound quality will be...
You'll be able to hear us better. Let me think. All right, so we got that. We got any other announcements? Any other points?
That's it,
think of? All right,
I'm good. Stay safe.
All right, guys. Take care. Thanks for listening. Hit us up, talk some shit. And, peace.